my God, everybody, Raider Nation, how are you guys doing? Let's figure out what the hell is going on. Central Cali Bear, my guy Mike Castle, what is up, bro? You don't have enough hair to pull out. Dude, I'm losing hair watching this team. And now what we got going on is we got this presser in the middle of the night. We are going to be reacting live to the presser, showing you everything that's happening. And I think something huge is happening. When the hell have we had a presser at 5 at night? And we've played on the holidays. So look, at this point, I'm so sick of all the drama that I hope that this is just a standard presser. But I'm not going to lie to you. I don't think this is a standard presser at all. I really do believe something is going on right now. And that's why we're having this presser. Because I believe in 2017 we played in Thanksgiving. And we didn't have 2 pressers in one night. Oh, man. Shout out to you guys, though. Short week, so the usual Wednesday presser happens today. Why wouldn't Carr speak earlier? Why would he speak at 5:15? Go ahead and bring that weed over here, AC. I'm going to need that for this crazy evening we have in store. Mike Castle, you're fired from the team. Okay. Bearded Birdie, what's up? Mark Davis's barber, how you doing? Central Cali Bear representing the 559, how you doing? Carlos, I love the Korean, bro. How you doing? Gruden walks in the presser and is like, I'm back. Anthony Provencio, don't get me too happy. Don't get me too excited, bro. Come on. Man, that would be freaking awesome. Shout out to Anthony, though. Chris Gang, Hefe, my favorite Chiefs fan, is in the building. Yes, this is a channel that will say that sometimes. My favorite Chiefs fan's in the building. That's how our channel goes. Callie Gonzalez, what's up, bro? I actually had a lot to talk about today. I have some slides that I'm going to show and stuff too. Audrey Stone, comedian, is going to be joining us as well. She's came in with the heat, talking about NFL rigging before. And, here she is actually. So let's go make it nice and loud. Your mic's working fine?
Yeah, testing.
Oh, cool.
Oops.
Well... We got a lot of tools over here and stuff, so things are getting a little crazy.
Quiffy.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? This is a free speech channel, so by principle, I got to leave Hefe in. So we were going to talk about I was just going to recap everything that's happened so far, talk about what the plans were for the Raiders this year from the NFL's perspective. And that's why this title was originally, will the NFL ever let the Raiders succeed? Because the question is, Mark Davis... As long as he's there, it feels like they're not going to let the Raiders succeed at all. Somebody just made a joke, Mark Davis just sold the team. Here's the thing. I don't think he's going to sell the team. He would have to be straight mafia coerced, and even then, I don't think he's backing down because guess what? His dad used to own the team. You're going to stand up for your blood no matter what. WiFiWillie NFL stands for Nationally Fixed League. Maybe. I hope not. Probably. Most of the time, yeah. So we're going to be tuning into this presser. We're waiting any moment to see what happens. And
I think he could sell.
You think Mark Davis is going to sell?
I don't think that's what this is going to be about tonight necessarily, but I wouldn't rule it out. Also, do you really want to just prolong this fight? This Davis versus the NFL rift?
Yeah, I do. I do want to prolong it because you know what? You can't back down. And
then I guess you could just lose forever.
You can't let them get what they want. And honestly, I would rather the Raiders sit there and spoil the plans for the NFL every single year. I think they spoiled the Ravens' plans. You know what I mean? I think the Raiders did do that. I think the NFL wanted the Ravens to win that first game. And I think the Raiders persevered beyond the rigging. I mean, I think that happened in the first game.
Possible.
Oh, well, whatever.
It's possible.
Mark Davis got real mob ties with that haircut. He's copping something, dude. I wouldn't look, me personally, I wouldn't mess with Mark Davis. Would you mess with Mark Davis? I think he's got some connects. You're in Vegas.
I think Mark Davis would hit me up for something else that he wouldn't hit you up for. So. He'd want to hang out in a PF Chang's and grab me under the table.
Hey,
probably not, honestly. I don't think I'm hot enough to be with Mark
Davis. So now you're fishing.
Yeah. Mark wouldn't sell. You just bought the aces. I'm not saying this is about him selling. I'm just saying in the distant future, just speaking theoretically, it's always possible. I think it's possible.
Anything's possible. Doesn't mean it's actually going to happen. I know of a guy who was offered 20% of the Raiders for sale. You know a guy? Do I trust a guy who knows a guy? I don't know if I trust a guy who knows a guy. You know what I'm saying, guy? Okay.
Wow.
Wow. All right, so we're going to get situated, see what's going on. What? How many of you guys think something's going on? Here are the three scenarios. Three scenarios that could be happening right now. I'm going to give it four. Either Derek Carr is retiring. Either Derek Carr is getting benched. Either there's a coaching change. Or, oh shit.
It's on.
There's no audio. Wait, I'm going to pause it. I don't hear any audio. Okay, here we go.
Turn it up.
I'm going to make sure I turn this up.
But don't blast everyone's ears.
I'm not going to blast everyone's ears, but this thing is always way too low. Oh, Derek Carr speaking first. I'm kind of nervous. All right.
Dude, turn it on.
This is Hondo Carpenter. I'm curious, after watching the film and meeting with your teammates, are there things that are you see, hey, we can fix this and it'll be different on Thursday? Or are the changes intangible and it's going to have to be a wait and see?
Oh, yeah. Well, we believe that we can make those changes. Now we have to go do it. It's the difference between, just believing it and actually going out and doing it. We got to prove it, right? But yeah, Hondo, I think that when we watch the tape, you see things and you see moments where we can absolutely be better and where we have been better in the past. And hopefully tie those things in together on a short week against a really good football team and actually play better.
Hey, Derek.
Still strange.
Sean Reed from The Athletic. After the game Sunday, you said that you need to be better from an individual standpoint. Just since the bye week, what are some of the areas that you identified that you want to perform better at as the season moves forward?
One, just being better on third down. I put it all on me. I got to be better. If I'm better, we're all better. So, third down, that way we're not down multiple scores late in games. We've been able to move the ball well all season long from going from starting position to yardage, moving the ball and things like that. But yards don't get you points. You got to get in the end zone. And so it starts with third downs, staying on schedule, third downs, and then not when you're down 2 scores, trying to force the ball and things like that. Turnovers are going to happen, so eliminating turnovers. But besides that, Giants game, I felt good in that area on decision making. But I'm always looking to improve in that area. Really, until I'm done playing football, you're always just trying to look for ways to be better, always improve. But that's for everybody.
Really pro conference, though. Really good quality.
This is Vic. Last night, Foster had an interesting point, I thought. He said that even when you guys were 3-0, you guys weren't playing that well. Is that something you also saw back then?
I think it's very interesting because, we thought that we could always, play better, and we were able to win those games, and they were some close games. But we had some things go on in those games that we're not getting away with right now. When we got away with them then, and when you win, it feels good and all that kind of stuff. But us inside the building, we were looking at those things and saying, man, we have to do these things better or it's going to come up and get us. And it has in the last couple of weeks.
Derek, something that was noticeable was the fact that all the way up until the fourth quarter, you weren't sacked, and the fact that there was no pre-snap penalties by your offensive line. Just from what you saw in this last game, do you believe that your offensive line is really starting to peak and trend upwards of what they can do going into the rest of the season?
It wasn't the Lions' fault.
Yeah, I think they played really well. And I think I can't remember what week it was, but I think that they keep getting better. They're a good group of guys that work extremely hard with good coaches, and that's usually a recipe for it's not always a recipe for perfect success, but it's a recipe for getting better. So I really believe that they are getting better. They're playing good football. I'm proud of those guys because they've worked extremely hard, moving positions, getting a starting nod, all that kind of stuff. And they've played against some really good players, and they're doing a good job. So I love those guys more than anything, so I'm thankful for them.
Derek, Ed Graney, there's a sense in sports that desperation can be a good thing, the way teams play and in sports and kind of focus in. Is there any of that sense in you guys for Thursday, do you think?
I think it's I don't know the right wording for it, but there's definitely a feeling of, enough is enough. We got to win, and we're in the business of winning. And if you don't win, it doesn't feel too good. When you do win, it feels pretty good, and you want to make sure that win or loss, you come in and you're always trying to get better and get better at things you got to get better at. But for us, this is a big game for us, just like they all are. And it's a big game because it's the next game, and what an opportunity for us to get back on track on the road in a hostile environment against a really good football team.
Hey, it's Vic. I was going to follow up. Can you give me some examples of things you were worried about back then?
Sorry. Follow up on your first one?
Oh, the question about how you or things you guys were worried about in-house about, during the 3-0 start that may come back and bite you later on.
I'll let if the coaches want to talk about like certain positions and things like that. I'm just worried, about me. Making sure that I'm always as accurate as possible, making sure I'm always making the perfect decision, the right check, exactly what the coach wants, and things like that. But if Ole or Coach Bisaccia want to talk about like other positions, like I'll let him, But from my perspective, like I'll talk about ways that I could be better.
Derek, do you have any memories of Thanksgivings, or does it mean anything to you to be playing on Thanksgiving and what's coming up this week?
Thanksgiving
Yeah, absolutely.
memory.
I mean, I grew up. My whole mom's side of the family was Cowboy fans. My middle name's Dallas.
Wow, same as you.
Because of that, we grew up. And my papa would preach, and we'd go to his house. We'd eat, and we wouldn't eat at a table. We'd eat with TV trays, watching the Cowboys play. And a lot of memories. Being able to meet some of these guys and. From the mid '90s, late '90s, those teams, meeting some of those players and getting to know them, Dion, and he was my favorite player, growing up just on the Cowboys. He was so fun to watch, and I definitely have a lot of memories. If you grew up in that time, it was, unless you're a Niners fan, it was really fun to watch those guys play and try and emulate them.
All right, thank you, Derek.
Appreciate it.
The hell?
All right, so I guess we are stacking the press conferences at nighttime because of the short week. I don't remember them doing this in 2017, so that's why I was thrown off by it. And I don't remember them doing this in 2018 when we played on Christmas Eve. I don't remember them doing this either. So, Derek Carr, though, just going through the motions. Here's the thing. The beat writers at the pressers, they sound like they're asking tough questions, but they're still too scared to ask legit questions.
What would you have asked them?
I guess it would be. It's kind of scary to ask when you're there, but I would say, if you're saying that the loss falls on you, then what do you think about getting Marcus Mariota involved? Maybe not starting, but in gadget plays like you've tried before. That's at least a fair question because Mariota did one play against the Ravens, and then he got hurt, and then they tried to have him do another play last week against the Chiefs. So it's not. You don't even have to talk about Mariota starting. You can just talk about Mariota coming in from gadget plays. If I was a beat writer there, that's what I would say. That's what I would ask, and I would also ask the main question that hasn't been asked all year, and it's kind of irritating, is how has the absence of Gruden affected the offense? I mean, that's just one question that not one beat writer, Vic Tafer, Vincent Bosenior, any of them, they've not asked any questions about that. Maybe they're not allowed to. I don't know.
Yeah, obviously. You're not allowed to question it. If you get rid of
you're legally allowed.
a racist, sexist, homophobe, then you're not allowed to question that. I don't know. So why did you think this was going to have something super important? Is it just because the rumor mill has been going on YouTube?
Yes.
And so you think that the world revolves around that?
Yes,
maybe?
I do think the world revolves around that, yes.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel bad that the idea of the Raiders playing the Cowboys on Thanksgiving when the season first started, for me, was a very exciting prospect. But now, after everything that's happened to this team, I feel bad for Carr. I mean, there's a lot of Carr hate in the chat right now, but it's like, maybe a better example would be thinking about like Crosby giving it his all, especially like looking at the non-holding calls last year and this year. People are eventually going to give up if their efforts aren't rewarded. It just happens.
Being in sync. Derek talked about it. I'm curious, being able to see the film. What are some reasons that you've been able to identify? Not asking you to give away secrets, but some things you've been able to identify for the struggles.
No, we just didn't execute to the way that we're accustomed to or to what our expectations are. And that's what I meant by out of sync. The execution part wasn't there. When you look back at the the practice reps on tape, and we had some similar looks in the game, which I said, when you're preparing for somebody and you give them the look and it, the play gets executed in practice and it doesn't get executed in the game, then you got to go back and look at yourself and ask yourself why, as a coach and as a player, and what can we do to help prepare these guys so that they can play their best and execute on Sunday. So there's a couple of plays there that we felt like, we were not in sync on.
Greg, just early from watching the tape, what challenge does Micah Parsons bring, and especially with him playing two different positions, trying to happen in the game, playing against him as a linebacker or as a defensive end?
Tremendous player, as you guys know, unbelievable athlete, got great rusher. He creates a mismatch problem for backs across the league when he lines up the linebacker position, and he's got great speed off the edge, so he possesses a great challenge for our tackles coming off the edge. So just got to be really aware of where he's at and what your matchup is against him.
Greg, I asked Derek about the sense of desperation in sports, and can it be a good thing when you kind of play with a little edge? Can you do that offensively, and would you see you doing that this Thursday?
Again, we'd like to think that we're always playing with an edge and a sense of urgency. I don't think with in this sport, in pro football, there's so few games, and every one of them is equally important. We talked about certainly the easiest way to get to playoffs is to win your division, but we don't say those games are any more important than the other ones. So I just think because of such a short schedule, I would hope that all of our players have a real sense of urgency every Sunday when they suit up.
Hey, Greg, it's Tashawn Reed from The Athletic. You guys have still moved the ball pretty well as an offense during this losing streak, but you struggled on third downs and in the red zone. Is there anything you need to change from a play calling standpoint, or do you think it's just executing the plays that you're calling better?
No, yeah, third downs have been our Achilles heel. It's when you're not staying on the field, which has been the issue. We've kind of stayed on schedule, we like to say, and be in third and manageable situations. And the past 2 weeks we've had 3rd and 3 or less and have jumped off sides or not gotten a first down. And that's again, that stalls drives out, puts the defense back on the field. So third down has been the big emphasis, was last week. It will be again this week.
Hey, Greg, this is Vic. Last night, Foster Moreau said something I thought was interesting. He said that even when you guys were 3-0, he didn't think you were playing that well. Do you have any concerns back when you were 3-0 about the way things were going?
Well, I think at the start of the season, it was about our starts. We need to start faster, and that was probably the biggest issue. As you remember, we had to come from behind in a number of those games that go into overtime. So just playing a complete game in all three phases, playing complementary football with each other, and I'm sure that's what he was alluding to.
It's a nothing burger.
Coach, you said you'd like to think that the guys in the locker room have a sense of desperation, a sense of urgency, I guess is what how you put it. Have you felt it? Do you think they do have that?
Yeah, I think they have a sense of urgency every Sunday. So maybe I misheard the question. I don't think there's a sense of desperation from anybody. I just think that, our players prepare, to play 17 games in a regular season. I think they understand the urgency needed to get yourself up to play a Sunday in the National Football League. So it would be a very difficult profession to stay in as a player unless you had a real sense of urgency to play on Sunday. So I think they understand the ramifications and the importance of being their best self and playing their best on a game day on a Sunday.
Greg, early on against the Bengals, after the defense forced a turnover, you guys had a red zone possession at the 9-yard line and weren't able to punch it in for a touchdown. What do you think the issue has been when you get down in the red zone? You guys have scored a lot of points in that area, but in terms of finishing those drives off with touchdowns?
Yeah, that was, again, we just got to do a better job to me in coaching the details. We had the first play of the game. Someone had taken Josh's helmet
a lot of moose.
and accidentally put it on their head without realizing it. So we didn't have Josh on the first run of the game. And then the second run of the game was an RPO, a run-pass option. And I just got to do a better job of coaching the parameters on those plays. And then on third down, again, the same thing, making sure that everybody understands the read, the progression, the protection part of it, and the intent of the play. So it's more a matter of doing a better job of coaching the details in those situations.
Hey, Greg, given the difficulties that you've had the last couple of games on those third down situations, any consideration maybe to get Marcus Mariota a little bit more involved situationally?
There it is.
In those kinds of situations? That's
a good question. I don't support it.
Yeah, it's always a consideration, especially in a
thinking.
shorter yardage situation. We had one, the previous week where we jumped off sides, but we'll always have a plan for Marcus, and not only just the short yardage situations, but there'll be other areas in the field that we'll get him involved in and that we have been practicing and hopefully get a chance to unveil here in the latter part of the season. But certainly,
latter part, it's already almost over.
Those are plays that we'll practice and we'll continue to practice.
So no,
Coach, how much can you really do with a short week, and how much is it just you have to just refine what you guys do yourselves and not be able to really change a whole lot?
Yeah, I think leading up to this game last week, we knew certainly it was going to be a short week, so we did a lot of the preparation phase last week towards the end of the week when we were getting the game plan settled. So a number of coaches, the quality control coaches, did a lot of the breakdowns, a lot of the leg work ahead for the position coaches, and then the position coaches spent time. We also came right back in after the game last night and spent till late hours last night prepping for the game. So, there's been, whether it's a Thursday night game, that's just part of playing on a short week and understanding the schedule so that you can get all your work done.
Looks a little messy, honestly.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
He's lived hard. He's clearly lived hard. But he's not hard. He's not hard with his play calling. Not aggressive. Dodging questions. But, okay, I get what you're saying. What is he supposed to do? He has to dodge questions. But the question about Mariota was asked by Vincent Bonsignore. So thank you, Vinny B. of the Las Vegas Review-Journal. Appreciate you actually asking a question that somewhat matters. But Greg Olson pretty much said, we're going to try to get Mariota, involved later in the year.
Yeah.
When we got, 7 games left? Yeah, we got 7 games left.
He kicked the can down the road.
He kicked the can down the road.
It sounds like a no.
It's no. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No. Pinocchio answers. We were anticipating more drama tonight. I'm a little relieved.
Yeah.
So I was already getting scared. I mean, yes, it's cool to be in the headlines all the time. You got stuff to talk about at work. You got stuff to talk about at Thanksgiving. But, I was kind of relieved. I was like, nobody went to jail. Nobody freaking threatened anybody on IG. Nobody freaking said the F word, the new F word. There was an old F word. Now there's a new F word. And nobody retired. Nobody got benched. So that's cool so far. It's just another empty press conference.
People said the F word, the new F word. It's just that they weren't Jon Gruden, so they didn't get fired for it.
Okay, yeah, but let's not actually say the F word on here. Anyways, though,
3, 2, 1.
All right, I actually disconnected the monitor, but we'll get that fixed up. Anyways, so I don't know. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen. People are talking about Gus Bradley being the head coach next year. Who knows? You could bump up Ron Miles.
Why didn't he do it this year?
Because he didn't want to be on the sinking ship. I think he didn't want to take the job. Next year, at least you get to be in command of more decisions. You get to choose your roster more. You have a full 17 games, not just halfway. So I think he didn't want to be in the sinking ship. By the way, I do got a sore throat, guys. So you're gonna have to work with Willie here. We're gonna need you to pick up the slack because I got this sore throat. It's too late. Doesn't matter. Not a hater because I've noticed this 3 years ago. Oh,
evening, everybody.
There's the happy guy.
Yeah.
Hey guys, this is Tashawn Reed from The Athletic. You guys played pretty well on a play-by-play basis on defense last game, but getting off the field on third downs was an issue. That's been an issue for a couple weeks now. Have you noticed anything that's led to that trend in particular?
Well, it's the penalties, that are coming up. Self-inflicted wounds. That
is not why we lost.
Just got to play with more discipline. And, it's an aggressive game, and, we talked a lot about getting off and getting that rush going. And you just got to make good decisions on some of those opportunities. You know, we had a sack taken away in one opportunity, and we were out the field on a third down. Could have had real good field position for our offense after a punt. But, you know, so we just got to be more disciplined in those situations.
Gus, in those situations, and, you know, going back to the unique Ngakoue penalty, are those conversations that you can have? I know, like you said, you know, you're taught to play through the whistle. Maybe he doesn't hear a whistle. But, you know, like what kind of conversations do you have specifically for those type of situations?
Yeah, you know, it's just at that point of impact, you know, it's no longer the two-step rule, you know, and same with Brandon Faison. You know, anytime you lower your head, you know, whether you make contact, you know, but his head did glance off of it. You know, so, you know, those are constant conversations we're having with our guys. You know, our tackling plan, keep your head up, head out of the game, tackle with your shoulder. You know, those things come in. You know,
penalty is not why we lost.
You know, we've got to make sure that we follow through with that technique. And then Yannick's, you know, he was close, and for so much time it's been a 2-yard rule or two-step rule, but no longer. You know, and you show examples in OTAs, and, you know, you kind of build it on what officials are calling. And, you know, so we just got to, you know, he's aggressive and good get off and good pressure, but then at the end, you know, making good decisions.
Yeah, penalties
Coach
on
Gus,
defense
of
is why we
course,
lost.
The Cowboys are a pass-heavy team with Prescott and all the weapons that he has to throw to. However, the Raiders have fielded a successful top 10 passing defense in the league. Have you been really impressed with what you've been able to do in the passing game with Casey being able to lead those guys and just have plug-and-play guys come in and be able to fill those roles?
Well, you know what? Overall, the breakdown we have, you know, they're a heavier run team. You know, you wouldn't think so, but they're a very committed run team. And, you know, we've got to play at both facets. You know, we felt like last week coming into it, you know, extremely talented on the perimeter, extremely talented at the wide receiver position to eliminate some of the explosive plays that occurred the week before. Thought we did a good job, but the run game got us on a couple times. And, you know, where this game is going to be a great challenge because they're so balanced. They're balanced and they get explosive plays. I think they have 30 explosive runs on the year. You know, and that's not including the passes, you know, something like 60-some explosive passes. So, you know, we're going to have to be on it both in the run game and the pass game.
Remember how you said the Raiders had the same colors as the refs?
How important, impressive
the Raiders and the refs, same colors.
Been as the quarterback of the defense from that Mike spot.
He's done a good job. You know, he's one of our leaders. No, there's no doubt about it. You know, we put a lot on his plate as far as calling the defense, making the checks on the defense, and then having the ability to also, with that all on your plate, to play fast. So he's playing extremely fast for us right now, making some plays. He's getting some pass breakups as well as tackles. So he had a pretty complete game last game.
Coach, I know we've asked you about him before, but Trayvon Merrick as kind of the center fielder, to be a rookie and to step in and play at this high level. I know you guys expected a lot of him, but just how impressive has he been?
Well, I really like his demeanor. I mean, not only his on the field play, but it's not too big for him. You know, in practice when you watch him, you know, as far as taking angles and understanding what is asked of him, you know, to play that center field. He had a good, you know, red line to red line, we call it, you know, covering the width of the field and the one on Casey. So he's just playing with a lot of poise, a lot of confidence back there. And, you know, he's been a pretty sure tackler. I know he missed one in the game, but overall, you know, he's played at a pretty high level for us.
Gus, I'd like to piggyback off of Paul's question on Denzel Perriman real quick. But for a guy to come in as late as he did, character that this team would embrace him so quickly and he would be such a leader.
I think I caught all of your question. It cut out a little bit, but yeah, his personality, you know, he's a guy that's going to enjoy it. He's going to enjoy every day, but also when it's time to strap it up, he's there. And when things need to be said, he says it. He takes charge. So he's really, the team has really embraced him, the defense. And I think the whole team has. You know, I think they've got a lot of respect for how he plays, some of the things he's trying to do to better his game and improve his tackling and things like that. They respect the part that he's trying to improve on as well. So he's constantly trying to improve, and I think that humility goes a long way with the group.
Yes, there were a couple times yesterday where the Bengals were getting to the edge on the left side, and I was just wondering if that's just a situation with the right call against the right look, or run fits on your part, or something that you guys could do a little bit better in that regard.
Well, it's a good point. I think there's a combination. I know that at times in the second half, they came out and they got an explosive pass on us, and we changed some things up in order to say, hey, let's not let them get in a rhythm where they feel like they can get explosive passes on us. So some of those were more of a pass defense coverage and stuff. So you put that on me trying to hit it, when they're passing, when they're running. But, that edge is something that Dallas really attacks. And they do a good job attacking the perimeter. They attack inside. So we're going to have to be better this week on those perimeter runs.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Okay, thank you.
All right, that was their presser. I think somebody was saying, I think it might have been Anthony or somebody in the chat. Sorry if I didn't get your name correct, but they said something to the effect that this whole staff knows they're going to be gone soon. They know they're going to be going on unemployment in the offseason, even if we make the playoffs. And look, I was originally going to title this stream that the Raiders and Derek Carr still have a shot to make the playoffs. I was originally going to title this stream that, and I was going to say they still have a shot. And honestly, with the Amari Cooper COVID thing going on, with CeeDee Lamb being in concussion protocol, I do think the Raiders are going to win this game Thursday and make a big upset on Thanksgiving. I actually do think so, now that I know that Derek Carr is starting too. And this isn't to say that I think Derek Carr, is the guy of the future. This isn't to say that I think we're going to keep our coaching staff or that we're going to win the Super Bowl or go deep in the playoffs or anything like that. I'm just saying, I really do believe if you were just gambling on this game this Thursday, and I've never gambled on a Raiders game.
That's true.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
He doesn't trust himself.
I do get emotional. I have cried before. Okay, anyways. No, but I am saying I put this game on upset alert. People are going to think the Cowboys are going to win. If you look at the spread right now, the Cowboys are the favorite. But their two starting wide receivers are out. And I just watched the Chiefs versus Cowboys this morning. And the Chiefs' offense didn't win them the game. The Chiefs' defense won them the game.
Yeah.
Because the Cowboys' offense couldn't move when they don't have CD, when they don't have Cooper. I want some of what you're smoking, Willie, is what Curtis Williams says. Hey, I'm not a dealer, but look, I'm just high on reality. I'm high on reality right now. And I do think that maybe a change needs to happen. Maybe there does need to be a complete rebuild. But I'm just saying this Thursday.
So you think our defense could shut down their offense?
Yes. I 100% think. I think if the Chiefs' defense, I think our defense is better than the Chiefs' defense. And the Chiefs' defense shut them down. They're going to be hungry. They're going to be at home. That's true.
Yeah.
It's a short week, but they're more injured than us. And we're just as we're more desperate for a win than them. But we've been desperate for a while. I mean,
do we have the heart to get it done, though? I don't know. I think it's pretty demoralized.
People are saying that Derek Carr looked demoralized in that press conference. I don't agree. Do you think he looked demoralized in that presser right there? He looked more confident there. You don't think so?
Derek Carr always looks sad lately.
Not always. Not. Okay,
remember when they got that flag in the recent game, and then they showed him on the sidelines, and he was just like, "Yeah, right."
Oh yeah, it was
like,
when Faison
right.
Faison got the helmet to helmet call.
Yeah.
Derek Carr was kind of like smirked on the sideline.
I've never seen him even be kind of like sarcastic or cynical before. I think he's shook, dude. I think psychologically, I think he's like donezo. I think a lot of these people are right. I agree with a lot of the comments.
Look, but he is mentally, that's his strength. He's not the most athletic guy, right? He's not Aaron Rodgers, right?
Yeah.
But his strength has always been that, he is resilient in these tough times because I think of his religious background too.
Yeah.
I think that allows him to keep going, and I'm not even a religious person.
Yeah, but he's not irrational. Like continuing to, carrying the struggle forward or whatever, carrying on the Raiders. Maybe he's done with the Raiders. I don't know.
So, people are saying, Willie, you live in a fantasy world.
A lot of people think that.
Okay,
that's true.
I'm not living in a fantasy world.
But he okay, so I came on on this live partially to make fun of him for living in the fantasy world and being completely delusional when it comes to Carr and the Raiders. But he's also right some of the time, and the crowd's against him, and so it's kind of you never know. They could win. They could win.
Everybody told me Josh Jacobs is going to be here forever. Now everybody's saying they don't expect him to even be here next year.
Yeah, you were right about Farrell. You were right about Jacobs.
Everybody told me that Cleveland Farrell would be a rotational player.
You should brag. You deserve to brag.
He'd be a rotational player. Well, sometimes you don't even see him get more than like 5 snaps a game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like everybody told me all this stuff. And you know what everybody told me? The biggest thing that really pisses me off, what everybody told me and told me I was wrong about? They told me that the Raiders would be better without Gruden.
Oh.
That's what a lot of people said,
I think,
especially when they beat the Broncos and the Eagles. And then I had my video that said, refs helped the Raiders to help them get over Gruden.
I think some people just have like Stockholm syndrome with cancel culture, though. They're just like, yes, Daddy Goodell, thank you for hurting me and my team. This makes it better. Some people are just like that. It's okay. I think they snapped out of it once the losses started rolling in.
Oh, no, after the Chiefs game?
Yeah.
Yes. And here's the thing. I believe we lost this game fair and square, but I do want to point this out. Our first drive coming out of halftime. Why is this not a first down? This is the second down play. Jacobs is over the line of scrimmage, if you can see there. Why is this not a first down?
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
And then why is Bisaccia, he's supposed to be our tough Italian, but he's sleepy as hell, sleepy like somebody who runs this country. And Bisaccia doesn't even complain to the ref about this, doesn't even challenge, and instead runs the jet sweep to Brian Edwards, who ran like a 4.5 in college, a 4.6 40 time. He runs the jet sweep to him, and I wasn't going to talk this much, but I guess I am. And then we're stopped. You have the opportunity to challenge the play. You are controlling the play clock when you are on offense. You have the opportunity to, take a little bit longer to do that third down play so that your dudes upstairs can check that play and say, hey, you actually did get the first down, throw the challenge flag. So I want to know what's up with that. And I want to know why the refs can't spot the ball correctly when it's for the Raiders. But when Tyler Boyd gets tackled, short of the first down, it's a first down automatically. I want to know that. Interim head coach is soft. I hate to say this, but if people are going to shit on Carr, I'm shitting on Bisaccia. Okay? That's what I'm saying.
I don't know why you're surprised. I mean, people who are Gruden ride or dies are not going to be alphas. Gruden's the alpha, so the people that he surrounds himself with are going to be people who deal with like Gruden's authority and submit to it. That's what makes a good leader. Obviously, he's not Gruden.
Yeah, that's true. No, that's true.
I mean, he's trying his best. None of the other guys that used to be head coaches stepped up, so we have the special teams guy. He's trying his best. He is who he is. The season's fucked. I don't know what else you want to hear.
It's not completely screwed.
I mean, they could pull out like one, maybe even two, maybe one. Honestly,
they're gonna win mark it right now.
I don't know.
They're gonna win this Thursday. Come back to this channel when they win this Thursday. I'm the only person, honestly, probably in the world who thinks they're gonna win this Thursday outside of the people inside that locker room.
You might be right. Yeah.
Outside the people inside that locker room, because I think people in that locker room think they're gonna win this Thursday too. I think they're not actually as demoralized as we think. They know they got a fucked up team. They know everything's screwed up.
Yeah.
They know all that. But they do know how much more they know how talented they are compared to other teams because they're actually playing all the time. So they do know it's possible. All right, so this roughing the passer call also BS. You guys saw it too. Crosby falls on him, but Joe Burrow is a good actor. He's a good actor. I will say this though, and this is the thing what this whole video is about. And look, they didn't have to rig this game. There were some bad calls, but they didn't have to rig this game for the Raiders to lose.
Yeah.
They didn't have to rig this game. Well, look, I actually think the Chiefs game was more rigged than the Giants game and this Bengals game. I actually think the Chiefs.
Totally.
I think the Chiefs game. I think it's absolutely ridiculous that we had like no sacks against Mahomes. I mean, that to me that's insane, especially when you saw how intense this 4-man pass rush was against the Bengals.
Yeah.
So the first half of this game,
Crosby stats.
Crosby stats are amazing.
Game, yeah.
And then you see the first half of this game, Joe Burrow is limping. He's limping the first half of this game because Crosby and Unique are rocking him.
Yeah.
And somehow in the second half, Bengals magically figure out how to stop the 4-man rush.
Mahomes always has like 10 years to throw. I
And
don't know how.
and
that
Mahomes'
happens,
third string tackle finds a way to stop stop Crosby. Cowboys don't need Cooper and Lamb. They are more hungry than us. Maybe. I hope not. I'm still look at this. This is Derek Carr's biggest game of his career. This Saturday this Thursday. This is the biggest game of his career.
Saturday.
It's Thursday. My bad. I'm under the weather right now.
No idea when we eat Thanksgiving dinner. It's okay.
By the way.
Why is it the biggest game of his career?
I'm going to answer this question.
Yeah.
And
I can think of like at least 3 games that are bigger.
No, this is the biggest game of his career right now. And can you guys like this video, man? Boost us in the algorithm. We're out here hustling. I got a sore throat. Maybe if you want to tell them about subscribing.
Yeah, like and subscribe to WiFiWillie Raiders.
Thanks.
I don't mean that sarcastically. Do it.
Playing
it's
some
fun.
music. All right.
Oh, I'm talking over the music. Yeah. Oh, don't do that in the mic. I think he's getting a cold. Hopefully it's not COVID.
So this is Derek Carr's biggest game in his career, okay? And here's why I think this, because all right, look, I have not seen the fan base like this. So after the Chiefs game, people are like, people blame Carr, but then they're also like, look, the refs didn't do us any favors. Where was the defense at? Crosby's getting held all day. That's the sentiment I got. Nobody was saying F freaking DC. But after this game, I have never seen so many people say, like, honestly, want DC gone.
Yeah.
I mean, it's happened year after year. There's always the rumors. But there's always enough people. There's always enough people who say, "Hey, here's the reasons why things are messing up." It's the receivers, play calling, defense. There's always all that, but never ever has it been like this, where, I mean, people who are diehard Carr supporters are even just like, you know what,
we're done.
And then not only that, like we were just saying about this coaching staff earlier. 90% probability, if you're going to gamble on this, none of them are back next year, because any new coaching staff is going to bring in their guys for sure. And so Derek Carr, this is huge for him because he has 1 more year left with the Raiders after this year, 1 more year on that contract, and like now is his time to prove that he is the franchise QB. Like if he could single-handedly turn this whole thing around with how shitty everything is right now, he will solidify his role on this team. If Derek Carr goes in there and wins on Thursday, then he has a little bit of a break before they play the Washington football team. Think about it, they have 3 extra days of rest. They'll have a 10-day break before they play the Washington football team. Then after that, they play the Chiefs. And they got a shot to make it even with the Chiefs. And the Chiefs, offensively, still have not done too well. They did not do well. Now, the big question. Even if Derek Carr does ball out, even if he is great, will the NFL actually let the Raiders succeed? I mean, that's the big question. But I do think, from everything I said, like this is the biggest game of his career. So you don't think it's the biggest game of his career? I mean, I think it clearly is. This is defining because even if he gets let go of the Raiders, other people are going to be evaluating: do we pick up Derek Carr? Do we get Derek Carr? So that's my reasoning for it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think a lot of fans are just like, it's been 8 years, so I think that his wiggle room has kind of diminished over time. And so every time there's a rough season, I mean, we're coming off of like a 3-year rebuild. Personally, I was the most excited about this season when it first started.
Yeah.
I was just excited to see what was going to happen, and I had a lot of high hopes. And then we got railroaded by Goodell in the NFL, and then of course this Ruggs tragedy happened, and I understand that people are feeling upset about it and kind of negative. I guess. All right, also I won't talk over it. Yeah.
Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I mean, it's always possible that he could try and just I don't know, bulk up his own stats or like perform for himself in his career, and looking forward to where he might end up.
Right.
But I mean, that's possible. Sure.
That's why it's a defining moment for him. But he, and the thing is, people say, "Oh, Carr said, I'm freaking gonna retire if I'm not a Raider." That's when he was under the assumption that Gruden was gonna be there for 10 years.
Honestly, the dumbest thing to ever say in terms of a negotiating position.
But that's when look, Gruden had greater job security than Bill Belichick because he's so tight with the owner. Robert Kraft, he'll always pull. He's not scared to pull the rug out under anybody. Of the Patriots. Gruden had elite job security. And so that's why Derek Carr did make that crazy comment, which does ruin your leverage in negotiating. His agent was probably pissed. That's true. But, super chat. Passy and Cunningham, what is up, my guy? And we're going to tell me I'm pronouncing that wrong.
Probably, yeah.
Okay. Anyways, we were 3-0 and 5-2 at one point, and now 5-5. But Raider fans act like we're 1-9 and aren't going to win ever again or even turn it around this season. You know what? Can we just do a little music for that? Shout out to that comment. And the reason why I like that comment is because, look, I just went on and I talked to some Cowboys fans. They think we're going to beat them this week. They're not happy with their team either. They think Dak's playing like trash. You know what Cowboys fans are saying about Dak right now? They said even though you don't have your weapons, Cooper and freaking CeeDee Lamb, you should still be getting it done as a top QB. What did everybody just say about Derek Carr yesterday?
Yeah.
Even though you don't have Ruggs and Gruden, you should still be getting it done. Even though that your number one receiver is Zay Jones, you should still be getting it done. See, even Dak doesn't have it that bad. He doesn't have it that bad. But I'm just saying.
Don't worry about all the haters in the comments, by the way. I think that's a sign of success for you, because you have like about 200 people, which is success, I guess, at your level.
No, feel free to
but
hate.
But also, they're helping to monetize Raiders YouTubers because they have literally nothing better to do with their miserable shit lives.
Dude,
don't worry about them. Don't worry about them.
People are not. Don't get offended. I'm never offended by comments. If you guys disagree with me, let me know what you think. If you guys think I'm saying something crazy, let me know I'm saying crazy, because you know what? I care the most what the viewers think, and I do not care if people freaking or like against me or whatever. That's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Cowboy fans are not the brightest.
Or Cowboy fans are in here in the chat?
I would imagine some of these people are probably just Cowboy fans, just like amateur trolls.
Well, a lot of Cowboy fans, because I was on a Cowboy channel earlier, they were saying this about Dak. And look, I do think the Raiders' defense is better than the Chiefs' defense. And I do think that if, blow a cloud Wi-Fi, I do think that, if they don't have their top receivers, they're going to struggle harder against the Raiders defense than they did against the Chiefs defense. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to say it like that about this game. And Cunningham, look, and I was about to spell this out, but you guys kind of interrupted me. Here's what I'll say. And I'm going to get this thing off my head, but Cunningham, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate you. What I am going to say, we play the Cowboys this Thursday. We have 10 days and we play the Washington football team. We can go 2-0 right there because the Washington football team is not a good team, and we have extra rest. Then we're going to Arrowhead to play the Chiefs. We've won an Arrowhead before last year. Yes, we did. I know it was a COVID year. Derek Carr could maybe pull it off if it's 2-0. You know what I mean? Then, after that, you're playing the Broncos, some other teams, Colts, and then you end the year on the Chargers. Play the Browns, too, in there. And the Browns are struggling. Baker Mayfield is becoming handicapped. I mean, he is so injured right now. So I'm just saying, we're not going to lose every game this year. We're not. Will we win every game this year? Probably not. But I'm just telling you, we're also probably not going to lose every game this year. And we're probably not completely out of it for playoffs. I even think the Patriots hype is getting a little crazy. Mac Jones, once you get some tape on him, I think he will crumble a little bit later down the road.
It's not going to be 5-12.
We are not going to be 5-12. And look, I'm the guy who says the fix is in. I'm the guy who says that I'm agreeing with Brian Toohey. I think that the NFL is against us with this Gruden shit. But that still doesn't mean we're going to lose every single game. And it's not fantasy thinking, it's reality thinking. But will the NFL let the Raiders ever succeed on a high level? Like even get to the playoffs? Maybe even do well in the playoffs? Yeah. No, I don't think they will. Like the NFL is against the Raiders. I made my post today. I made my post this morning. I got almost 200 likes on it. My throat's messed up. My bad.
Oh my god.
Yo, bro, question.
I think he does need a COVID test, honestly. We should probably go get you one.
Yeah, we'll get a rapid test tomorrow.
Well, you still have your sense of taste and smell, though, right? You're fine.
Yeah, I know that I smell like shit. Okay, can you read that for me?
Yeah. Okay. Here's a hot take. Wait, this is you?
This is what I said this morning.
So you want me to read your
200
post? Okay.
likes, yeah.
Here's a hot take. The Raiders season ended week 5 when the NFL conspired against Jon Gruden and Mark Davis by leaking Gruden's emails in order to force him to resign, thus undermining the Raiders' entire season, or compromising the integrity of it, as Florio said. The Raiders picked up some wins shortly after Gruden's resignation against below-average teams. Now that the schedule is getting tough, the reality of Gruden's absence is setting in. No one expected the Raiders to be undefeated after week 4. Gruden was set to bask in the glory of having the best team in the AFC with the greatest job security imaginable in the NFL. Even the media admitted the Raiders are serious and Carr is an MVP candidate. That is true, actually. We still do not know why very powerful people within the NFL did not want to see Gruden succeed. Gruden and the Raiders and Carr. The coaches, players, and fans deserve an answer. Let's hope the lawsuit delivers on that. I don't know if that's going to be the outcome of the lawsuit. We do deserve an answer, but we also, we also have to be adults and understand what we're dealing with. And a lot of people have mentioned that the NFL is more like WWE sometimes, or it feels that way. We have to admit that there is rigging, and then there's plausible deniability, because like this last game, like we made plenty of mistakes. There were plenty of problems, right, for us. But like you were talking about that one, where Jacobs clearly converted it, right?
Right.
And then it goes to third down, right? I don't know. There are a couple issues where it's like, well, what the hell is going on there? But they always maintain plausible deniability up to a point. Some games are pretty egregious.
Yeah,
and
some are pretty obvious. Yeah.
Some are pretty obvious. But it's never going to be like completely rigged or completely not rigged, right? It's always going to be a combination of things.
Mike Castle.
So Mike Castle, hell yeah, coming through.
My cat wanted some attention. Anyways,
I don't think you've showed your cat on screen in months. The old school WiFiWillie fans remember our Raiders themed cat, or ref color. She might be a zebra.
Anyway, so yeah, the reason why I posted this today is because I just don't want people to forget. I don't want people to forget how we felt about this team week 4, week 5, even after we lost to the Chargers. And even after Gruden was fired and we picked up a couple wins, people were delusional enough to think that we're going to be better without Gruden. And look, Gruden looked dope in the beginning of the year. He looked like a genius for getting rid of Khalil Mack. He looked that thing sailed. He looked like a genius for rolling with freaking Renfro, Edwards, and Ruggs. Gruden had the only offense that had 4 receivers with over 200 yards. Carr looked elite. Carr went one game where he only missed 2 passes. When the hell does that happen? And he had like over 30 attempts. Mike Castle, by the way, thank you for the support. Really appreciate you sending the sticker and all that. It keeps this thing going, dude. Trust me. And keeps this cat fed right here. This cat is gonna be well fed. Anyways, though, so I wanted to post this just so people.
I
don't
like that
forget.
attitude. Panther Brew too. 52 years a Raider fan, never gonna give up on them. Wow, so you've seen some shit.
Well, here's the thing. I want to be there. I want to be there when the Raiders succeed, just like Carr. You know what I mean? And so, look, maybe they do want to oust Mark Davis, and that's what we're going to get into and we're going to talk about today. Maybe that is what eventually would have to happen. And look, I showed you guys these plays earlier, and I just want to refresh your memory. I'm not gonna belabor this too much. But this is what happened this year. Before the rug stuff, okay? June. Gruden's name and emails are redacted in the Washington football team investigation. Bam. The emails are sent to the Raiders October 7th on a Thursday before the Bears game. Week 5. Bam. Friday. Demore Smith email linked and the Goodell email where he called him a pussy. Okay? That's leaked on Friday. Boom. We lose to the Bears game on the 10th. Mark Davis still doesn't fire his guy Gruden. Boom. 11th on a Tuesday. More emails are released. Gruden has to resign. Canceled. Boom. The next day, NFL says no more emails are going to be released, and Congress still hasn't done shit with their investigation. Christian Amorthy's too busy hanging out and doing who knows what with Lori Lightfoot, so I don't think he's really going to crack down.
The sad truth is we need to move on, and we need to talk about the game that's coming up. This is just
we'll talk about the game that's coming up.
Yeah.
Because this is what's situating
we can't like ignore reality, but we also can't change it. So we have to just move on.
never forget this. Never forget what happened. Gruden's claims in the lawsuit, claims that they conspired against him. This is what. Do you trust Gruden's word over Goodell's word? There's no semblance of due process in this. Defendants directly leaked the documents to the media. Defendants maliciously acted in concert with each other to release those emails that portrayed Gruden negatively to cover up the Washington football team investigation. And it really did fuck over our whole entire season. Like, Derek Carr sucks now because he doesn't have Gruden. Straight up. Like that's what's happening right now. He's lost. Not only do you lose the strategic aspect of it, the halftime adjustments that Gruden was good in. Look, they were just talking about that in the press conference today. In the first 3 games, we came back in the second half because Gruden made adjustments. We don't have that guy there anymore. Not only that, we don't have anybody who could give Carr his balls back to tell him, hey, look, you got this, bro. Don't get shook. I know you threw a pick right now, but you still got this.
Okay,
Who's that guy?
I don't know if you are able to see with, lucidity, see Derek Carr. I mean, he should be able to do that himself. He shouldn't have to need Gruden. And ultimately, as talented as this guy is, and as much as you like Derek Carr and have like a sentimental attachment to him because of Fresno State and everything, and Lubbock, Texas, Dallas, everything, it's just... he has to have that in himself, you know? He has to be able to pull himself together. And if he's not able to recover from this, which would be incredibly difficult, virtually impossible to.
I got a counterpoint.
That's on him.
I got a counterpoint to that, which is, my counterpoint is, okay, let's say in order for Derek Carr to be elite, he should not need Gruden to boost his confidence and keep him in these games and to help him make these adjustments. Or if you want to cut the adjustments part out of it, let's just talk about it from a confidence standpoint, right? He should be good enough, 8 years in the NFL, to not need Gruden to boost his confidence when things get tough. Here's the thing. Even if that's the case, the Raiders didn't plan for that. They planned for Gruden and Carr to be together and to deal with Carr at $20 million a year, a fucking bargain for a QB, by the way. A fucking bargain for a QB. They plan for Gruden and Carr to be together, and then when his confidence does go down, at least you got Gruden. So yeah, you could say, maybe he does. Maybe at this point in his career, if he wants to be elite, he doesn't need his head coach to retain his confidence when things go tough, right? But the Raiders didn't plan for that, and the NFL changed their plans. Straight up. And that's why you got a cheaper QB on it. Gruden doesn't need Mahomes. He doesn't need Rodgers. He can make a $20 million Derek Carr play like a Rodgers and Mahomes. That's the point.
Yeah, and so there's like a couple people saying or actually really just one person, get over it, move on. And I kind of said that earlier, right? But I'm not saying get over it in the sense that I think some people who say that, they kind of like ignore the whole Gruden situation. And I'm not saying we should dwell on it because what good does that do anyone? But
we should dwell on it.
No, I'm saying like people who want to do these post-game breakdowns, like what happened or who messed up, right? If you're not factoring this into your equation, if you're not factoring this into your analysis, then you're delusional. You're in denial, just straight up.
Yeah, because
and that doesn't mean that you need to dwell on something that's negative and sad and crappy and whatever. It just means like acknowledging reality. But that being said, I don't want to see all your videos just be constant breakdowns of like Gruden. This is how he got screwed.
I haven't done one in a while.
Okay, good. But it's like, we know he got screwed. The whole team got screwed. But
we don't
like
know.
it or not, time marches forward and we got to keep going.
We don't know.
So I'm not saying to forget it, but
people are already forgetting it.
We do have to move on.
People have already forgotten it.
Yeah.
The rest of
people forgot it like the day of. They're like grateful.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people are like, "Oh my God, thank you so much for getting rid of this monster."
And here's the reason why we got to talk about it again, because I have talked about it on my channel.
Right, but
here's the reason why we got to talk about it again.
Yeah.
Because I got a lot of people coming back here.
Yeah.
Who said that I was full of shit.
Yeah.
But now that we're losing, they're a little more open to the idea.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, that's just straight facts.
Well, to reality.
To reality. And then here's the thing. We have to talk about this.
Yeah.
Because this is the craziest thing to have ever happened to a head coach in the history of the NFL. There has been nothing like... The NFL has only been around since the 70s, the merger.
Yeah.
So we only have like 40 years of data, right? Nothing like this has ever happened.
Yeah.
This is the craziest thing to have ever happened to a team. Like this is unprecedented.
Yeah.
This is historic. You'll look back on this in 10 years and say, wow, this was the craziest thing to have happened to the Raiders since the Jamarcus Russell pick. I mean, really. I mean, it's the craziest. And even then, that's not even that significant. 'Cause this is the craziest thing to happen to the Raiders in my lifetime. Straight up.
It was like seeing like McCarthy and HUAC, like the House Un-American, committee, and then like just like dragging a guy out in broad daylight and throwing him in jail and just saying like, you can't have your job anymore. Like, it's really wild, honestly, that this thing happened.
And here's the thing, Old Man
and
Raider
it happened
Nation.
to our team, of course.
Old Man Raider Nation, this is what's up.
Because I guess Bezos isn't the owner yet. Whatever they want, whatever they're gunning for.
And we're going to get into that Bezos stuff
Yeah.
in just a second. I was going to transition to that. It matters because the season ended and we have to enter a rebuilding phase again. That's why it matters. Think about it. We have been building for this moment. 2021, since 2018. We rebuilt in 2018. 2019, we didn't have a receiver because AB fucked us over. 2020, we didn't have a defense because Pauly G's crazy and Netway's not a starting corner. And then 2021, it looked like shit was coming together. I mean, like I just said earlier, I was reading my post. We look like the best team in the AFC, even the whole entire media admitted it. So now we have to rebuild again. Oh, we're always in rebuilding. No, we're not always in rebuilding. We had already been built. We were ready to go.
Yeah.
We were ready to go this year.
We had a hard couple years and we're ready to go.
We were number one in the AFC West. The Chiefs were last. That's totally flipped. And here's what it's all about.
Is this guy going to just spam the chat? All right, well.
Just put him on mute. You guys can say whatever you want, but don't spam. If you spam, you're blocking
Seriously, stop.
If you spam, you're blocking
dude.
other people's
Jeez,
comments,
so
which is
annoying.
what's shitty.
You're
Don't block
child.
other people's comments. Some people never grow up.
Yeah.
Just spoke with Raiders owners Mark Davis. I have no comment. Ask the NFL. They have all the answers. Never forget that he said that immediately after Gruden had to resign. Jason Cole. Really good NFL insider. Plenty of people around the Raiders owner Mark Davis believe the NFL is trying to find a way to get rid of him. And they have told Davis that. This is what he said. Boom, you don't think he's a good source? Well, guess what? Selector for the Pro Football Hall of Fame. He is definitely an NFL insider. Boom, articles have come out just in these previous weeks. Nope, you're chewing on wires. Get out of here, kitty.
It's a very professional show that he runs here.
Get off. Just in these previous weeks, the NFL should come and help stabilize the Raiders. This is what they said after the Netway situation.
I can get her.
I gotta get rid of the cat.
Okay. Poor little kitty.
Okay.
Just kidding.
But yeah. Okay, so that's all I'm gonna say about this. They don't want Davis to own the team, and here's the kicker. Okay, so here's what this is all about. Like, are the Raiders ever going to succeed until Davis no longer has the team? That's why I said. That's why
it's
I set
an
this
open
all
question.
up.
It's an open question.
That's why I set this all up.
Yeah.
And maybe not.
I think it's like kind of a situation where, well, I don't want to use a really topical analogy because it's too political.
Yeah,
so I'm not going to.
Don't get political.
But
on me.
I think that they would, in order to overcome a lot of hurdles, they wouldn't have to just be like good enough. They'd have to be like incredible.
No, they'd have to be the greatest team in the NFL.
They'd have to overcome a lot of, let's call it, I don't know. I don't know what a euphemism for rigging.
They'll have to be, yeah, exactly. There'll have to be enough freak accidents. So the reason why I think they won the Ravens game was a freak accident. Nassib stripped the ball perfectly.
Well, Edwards, honestly, I think they would have given that to other teams with when he was in the end zone when he reached over.
Yeah.
I think they would have given that to, because that was so crazy. And then the pick after that, how they had to redo it, and then the pick, yeah. I don't know. That was a wild game. But they had like an unprecedented number of games that went into OT, like in the first few weeks, though, didn't they? And statistically, that's virtually impossible for that to happen. So.
Well,
but I guess it's a good show they put on, even if it's not a totally accurate show. But I do think that in order for the Raiders to overcome everything they're up against, I think they would have to ball out way harder than other people. So
yeah, there's no doubt about that.
We see what happens to Mahomes when he's choking. So
yeah, that's for damn sure.
Yeah, and anyone like Hefe is always in the chat trying to compare like Carr to Mahomes. I'm like, get rid of Andy Reid and Tyreek Hill. Let's see what happens to Mahomes.
All right, this is
then you can compare. Then you can talk your shit.
Shout out to Tedford Von Patriot. Appreciate the support, bro.
Hell yeah, dude.
Helping out the channel and everything. You know this goes such a long way for us, and we really appreciate it here. And yes, Willie for NFL commissioner. Look, they will never choose me, right? So here's the thing. Goodell is just a face.
Might choose your cat, but not.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Goodell is just a face, right? So the thing that's going on with these two teams, with the NFL, is that Goodell is just a face for the owners. The most powerful owners make decisions together, right? And Goodell's the face who has to do PR for them. Goodell is their Mike Mayock. You know what I mean? They just send him out there to do good PR. So it's not all Goodell. It is mainly the owners, but I could be commissioner. I mean, how much more qualified am I than Roger Goodell? I mean, I think I'm pretty much as qualified, right?
You'd have to be a multi-millionaire. I don't really think it's about talent.
What are his qualifications though?
Rich and connected? I don't know.
He's rich? Okay, so
Hefe's saying Mahomes doesn't choke. Yeah, a little sidearm kick he throws as he's getting sacked.
Mahomes choked the whole first half of the year, and now they're helping him out by letting him sit in the pocket for 10 hours. I mean, he was choking the whole half of the year.
Fall down the memory hole, the Chiefs fans, man.
He was leading the NFL in picks. And then last year he led the NFL in drop picks. So I don't know when this fool's been good. Mahomes is just look. He looks hip, so I'm glad that they're gonna make some money off of that. All right, Goodell.
Yeah, a lot of people like his haircut. I see a lot of copycats at the mall.
All right,
I guess
so
that's good.
Goodell's dad's a senator from New York, Charles Goodell. And Goodell went to Bronxville High School and Washington Jefferson College. He has a degree in economics. Dude, degree in economics don't mean shit. I could be the commissioner.
No, he's the son of a senator. You don't need to read anymore. You're done reading.
Yeah, but all he has is a degree. All he has is a degree in economics. I got a degree in computer science. I'm the future, bro.
All right.
Now, so now we're slipping. But anyways, thank you, Tedford. Really appreciate the support, man. But we'll preview this game, right? Because you guys want to preview the game. And Willie talks. Goodell is full on white compared to WiFiWillie. Hey, if I have enough filters, I can become whiter than him. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. Willie, to obey every order the NFL owners request, minus Mark Davis, are the qualifications. Look. We're going to find out, and look, if anybody knows this based on what I showed you earlier, Mark Davis knows this more than anyone, that maybe the Raiders won't succeed unless they get rid of him. I don't know.
Yeah. See, but that's something that I was talking about early on when I was saying it is still possible that he would. I don't buy this kind of, devotion to blood and soil or whatever quasi-fascist argument you were making. Family business or something.
You think he'll just sell it?
I don't know. I'm not saying that. No, I think that he has plenty of reason not to want to. But I'm just saying it's possible. It's possible. And he might even be doing them a favor, honestly. And a lot of Raiders fans a favor because Just Win Baby is a lot more plausible if you had someone like Bezos and like a lesbian coach or head coach or whatever they're trying to do. Just get the most like woke team ever and just become a new dynasty. I think a lot of fans would be pretty stoked on that, honestly.
Yeah. His dad stopped the email investigation. I think his dad's probably dead at this point. Roger Goodell. What's up, Cuban Raider? How you guys doing? If Carr starts, we lose. I don't know if that's for sure.
Not necessarily.
And no matter what we think about that, bro, at the end of the day, Carr is going to start. And Bisaccia and Olsen are never going to ever have the balls. One, they don't even have the balls to criticize Carr. I mean, I don't see them criticizing him on the sideline. And you know what? He does need to be criticized. And I don't think they have the balls to bench Carr for sure. I mean, obviously they don't have the balls to do that. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. No matter what we want to think, I do think Derek's going to be starting. And look, I'm not going to lie. I'm curious to see what the Mariota thing would look like. Look, she saw me during that game. I was pretty pumped up. I'm not, the Chargers game last year. You saw me when Mariota came in. I'm not going to lie. I had some beers and I was shouting and hollering and I was saying, oh, there goes the flying Hawaiian, But let's take a look at this stuff, dude. These stats. All right, Derek Carr, 16 TDs, 9 picks. Dak, 20 TDs, 7 picks. So I like that Dak ratio. 500 less yards, but I believe Dak missed one game. So that's going to do that for you. Carr has way more attempts than Dak, 374 compared to 329, and that's probably because he's played a lot of overtime games. Go to Teaser's World Market Raiders and order a Winter's Healing.
Yeah, delete it or something.
For that cold, buddy. I would leave America if the Raiders became a woke franchise. Hold on, I want to see. I'm gonna put these chats over because I want to see. Oh my God. I would leave if it became a woke friend. I don't know why you got to leave America, bro. But, I feel you. I know what you're saying, though. I mean, it is pretty whack.
It wouldn't even be like hardcore woke, like outside. It would be woke for the NFL, which, it's it wouldn't be. It would just be like a couple diversity hires and a couple of long infomercials during like the playoffs or the Super Bowl or something about, like the. I wasn't even during what game was that when they had the Jacobs infomercial last year? It was like 10 minutes long or something. They have stuff like that probably, but it's not going to be like, I don't know. You'll be able to still follow the team and watch the game. It'll still be somewhat watchable.
Hefe, whoever is the wokest is going to win the NFL. Oh my God, I love this. Just woke, baby. Hey, that was a pretty good one, bro.
Yeah.
Or bro, I don't know. Great channel, by the way. Thank you, Abel. Please make sure to subscribe. And when you subscribe, we get a little Derek Carr gift to pop up. Look, I'll stay updated, and if a Mariota plays, I'll make it a Mariota gift, okay? All right, so let's check out Zeke compared to Jacobs. Not even a comparison, dude. Jacobs, 89 carries versus 150, 300 yards versus almost 700. At least Jacobs is keeping up in the TD thing, but Jacobs has regressed. I mean, he's regressed this year. He's not the same guy.
I think, though, it's because his position is just so hard on his body, and I don't think he's really wanting to put himself out there and hustle as much because it's not, I don't know, it doesn't seem worth it as much.
But, I mean, he has marketed himself.
I think Crosby's learning that hard lesson, too, which is unfortunate because he's someone who just still, like, gives it 100%, 110%, and then gets nothing for it.
Crosby is still going full effort. Rooch Dog, appreciate you. Now, can you just read these stats because my throat's done?
Receiving yards and Waller.
Yeah.
51 receptions versus CeeDee Lamb's 50 receptions. 610 yards for Waller versus 740 for CeeDee Lamb. 2 touchdowns for Waller, 6 touchdowns for CeeDee Lamb.
Here's the thing: we have a tight end compared to a receiver. Like what? Like we don't even have a receiver where ESPN just highlights our tight end. CeeDee Lamb is at least a receiver. And you know what? He's not even going to play in the game. So it's interesting that they're even putting that up.
Obviously would have compared him to Ruggs, yeah.
Ruggs, but Ruggs doesn't have nowhere near.
Yeah. Well, they were just getting into it, though, this season, though. The Carr-Ruggs combo is just starting to light up.
Yeah, because it didn't light up last year.
No.
Boycotting much this season except the Raiders. I feel you, bro. Hey, go ahead and boo me all you want. I do not care. It's all good. Caitlyn Jenner won Woman of the Year.
Don't do all that into the microphone because it sounds disgusting. But I'm sorry you're sick.
Well, can you take over and read some stuff?
Do it over here. No, you could. Well, okay. What do you want me to read?
No, it's okay.
All right.
No, it's all good. So the spread, Cowboys are favored by 7 points. Points per game, Cowboys at 29. We're at 22. Yeah, Michael Mercier. Mercier. Exactly what I was saying earlier. Raiders lost all heart and fire when Gruden left. I mean, yeah, they got a little high rise because they beat some weak-ass teams like the Broncos and the Eagles. But once the shit hit the fan, they had to start playing some real-ass teams. Even the Giants, they're a real-ass team compared to the Broncos and the Eagles, in my opinion. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Silver Reaper. NFL hates Gruden so much, and they love their little fake Gruden, Sean McVay. That's pretty real.
Sean McVay is a fake Gruden. He literally steals the offense and looks like he shops at Whole Foods. I mean, there's really no major
I think
difference.
He's on Adderall, dude.
Oh, he is.
Vyvanse or something.
Dude, Sean McVay is on Adderall. Whenever I see Sean McVay, he's just like this the whole time. He's like, yeah, I think Jalen Ramsey's had a great year. I'm like, dude, can you chill out? Fuck.
If Caitlyn Jenner was the head coach, we'd win the Super Bowl for sure. Yeah.
You know what? You're right. You know what?
I'm the new Raiders head coach.
Oh, that's not a good Caitlyn Jenner impression. No.
I have to have more plastic surgery, or any plastic surgery.
Total yards per game. Cowboys doing way better than the Raiders. 429 versus 387. Yards rushing. Obviously, we can't run the ball for shit. So we don't have any rushing. But hey, passing yards allowed. We're giving it up just as much as them. But our defense has better yard stats than them. Besides against the run. Hopefully they don't just run the ball down our throat with Zeke. You know, if I was the Cowboys, you don't have your receivers, go with Zeke. Go figure out what you can do. Jason Smith, thank you for subscribing. Yeah, if I was the Cowboys, I would say, you know what? We don't have Cooper. We don't have CD. Let's just run the ball. The Raiders suck at defending the run. That's what they would do.
Yeah.
And so, Perryman's playing harder, though. So I think it's going to be a little bit harder to run the ball on us. You know what I'm saying? Wow, we all thought some crazy shit was going to go down earlier, huh?
You definitely did. And then I basically said I was going to come on your live and make fun of you the whole time. But I guess I wasn't able to do that too much. But there's still time.
I was getting so scared. I mean, dude, I thought something bad was going to happen.
He was like, oh my God, I'm going to cry on my live.
No, I said I'm not going to cry. I'm going to have, excuse me, I'm not going to cry on my live. I'm going to have a panic attack, okay?
Yeah, or both.
Yeah.
At the same time.
I'm more modern than crying. I have panic attacks.
Get the inhaler, yeah.
Yeah. So, hey, those are the numbers. In my opinion, yes, the Cowboys have the edge in some areas, especially in total yards. But it's kind of an even match. It is kind of an even match, especially without the receiver. Here's the thing. If they still had their receivers, this ain't a freaking even match. They're going to whip our ass. But now that they don't have those receivers, they're going to be one-dimensional. You know what I'm saying? And they already got their ass whooped by the freaking Chiefs. Our D-line's on fire. I think we win it. Call me crazy. Call me crazy. And here's the thing. You know what I hate? Whenever I'm right about stuff, nobody comes back here. Only when I'm wrong, people come back to the channel and shit on me. Whenever I'm right, nobody ever comes back. So please come back. If I'm right, please come back. And if I'm wrong, come back. Oh, you'll be back when I'm wrong. You'll be back. You'll be back. All right, that was kind of weird. That was kind of weird, but yeah.
Was that a threat or a promise? Do you need some water?
All right, go talk about who the Dallas has played, the Dallas' last games.
I'm not an encyclopedia of football. I'm just here to make you look good or bad, depending on how I feel.
Well, maybe just read off the results of the previous 5 games for them.
You do that stuff. I'll read the chats.
No, my throat's too messed up.
All right. Wow, so you're swearing on your own thing, dude. Yeah, they lost to the Chiefs, 19-9. Beat the Falcons. I don't know. You do this. You do this part.
I literally just read it. People can't see it on their phone.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Right. Lost to Denver, 30-16. Someone in the chat, hey, man, you're crazy. Maybe. I don't know what that's in reference to. But we start sucking after every bye. NFL is rigged for some teams and against everyone else. I don't know about the sucking after every bye. We've had a hard couple of years, the last several years. And then, of course, Gruden was already gone by the time the bye week came. But I think Willie could be right. I think... Hefe Casey, who farted? You farted, bro. I think Willie could be right. I think we could win. We're not going to go 5-12, but I don't know. People need to stop being so like insanely manic depressive though. Like if they have one win and then everyone's like, we're back, and then Carr's a great, like, and then it just goes back.
If we win, we're not back. If we win, we're not back.
No.
We're not back till we beat the Chiefs, which is in 3 games from now.
Yeah.
Cowboys, Reds. They're the Redskins. Cowboys, Redskins, and then Chiefs. It goes Cowboys, Redskins, then Chiefs. Look, we could win 2 of those 3 games.
Yeah.
JT, my dog. Getting graphic up in here. And not graphic like docs. I'm talking about graphic like violent imagery. You know what I'm saying?
That's not that violent. He paints quite a picture. Probably went to Catholic school growing up or something.
My dad went to Catholic school, and yes, they got their asses whooped by them nuns sometimes. Yeah, he was telling me about that.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, I wouldn't square up with the nun as a minor, but I definitely wrestle a little bit. Okay, but... my bad.
It's sounding erotic.
Okay, whatever. All right.
You're going to grope her?
Right. Look. Okay, so.
Grab a nun by a pussy. Subscribe and like WiFiWillie Raiders. Can I have the water?
Yeah, sorry. All right. So look, I think I'm right. I think I'm right about Thursday because here's the thing. There's got to be some trap games. There's always an upset game every week. We saw the Jags versus the Bills. This past week, we saw the Titans versus the... Who predicted that the Texans were going to beat the Titans? And not only beat the Titans, but like whoop the Titans' ass. Who predicted that? Nobody. Nobody predicted that. This Thursday, what better upset? The Raiders look like they're at the freaking bottom of the barrel. You know what I mean? They look like it's just so done, right?
Yeah. People are upset. Yeah, honestly, you gotta throw a bone to the fans every once in a while and give us a Thanksgiving win, guys.
Dude,
come on.
2018 with Gruden's first year, we were a shitty team. We got like 3 wins on the whole year.
Yeah.
What was it? Christmas Eve? Merry Christmas, motherfuckers. We got the victory against the Broncos. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's some of these wins that could happen.
Yeah, Coach sipping Jamba Juice out of a straw. We need to turn that into an acronym to say it easier because it's a very long name.
Jamba Juice Coach. Jamba Juice Coach.
Shout out to him. He's cool. He's always in the chat. He, she. It's probably a he, right? But Willie's an optimist. I mean, I get it. We have to be positive, man. It's over. You don't want to be negative. Seen the show before they're done. Okay, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's 5-12.
They look. I don't think they're going to the Super Bowl. I don't think they're going to the AFC Championship. I don't think they're going to a divisional playoff game. I do still think wild card's a possibility. Not as much anymore. It's dwindling every single week. If they lose this game, there's no wild card, in my opinion. If they lose this game.
Honestly, like I see this dude whenever we're watching games. Like up until the 2-minute, warning in the fourth quarter, he always believes against all odds. And honestly, the first couple games, like especially the OT games, like shit went down. He was actually right. They pulled it out, But he's not a doe-eyed optimist in a way that's like unsustainable. And he's not saying anything that's too crazy. But you were saying you were still talking about the playoffs though today. So that's when I was like, I'm gonna go on your live and basically bring you down.
We're not knocked out of the playoffs yet. There's 7 games. It's a longer season. They have an extra spot. For people. The AFC is in turmoil. Who's good in the AFC? Who are the best teams in the AFC? Right now, it's the Ravens, who we beat, and the Patriots. Like that's it. And then you throw the Chiefs too.
Yeah. Okay. Issues is probably right. We have the talent to win the rest of our games, which is something I believe in. I agree with. I just don't think the coaches can scheme up a plan to use them right. I think coaching is the problem here. It seems like there's no one in charge. Go ahead. What are you gonna say?
No. Go ahead. No,
I'm just saying I agree with him. I don't know. Turn off the lights, light a candle, let's take a shower. Okay. Shower together. Shout out to Teddy P. Is that a song that I don't know? I should know. Is that Marvin Gaye?
I already took a bath.
He did take a bath. I took a shower.
Now, Fierce Raider 88. Now, this guy has been intense for me. Okay, this dude.
The Raiders will win the Super Bowl against the Bucs. Sorry.
We were at 420 Football Talk last week.
Dude, Fierce Raider though. Shout out to him. But you guys want like a straw man? Not even a straw man. Just a real ass regular target when you're trying to make fun of someone who's too optimistic or whatever. Fierce Raider shows him up on optimism.
But Fierce Raider's not optimistic. Fierce Raider believes it's rigged and believes that they want to have the Raiders versus Bucs in the Super Bowl.
Oh.
So that's what Fierce Raider believes.
You know what? Okay, so when all the Gruden stuff first came out and you were doing your live the night that it came out, right? You were saying something to the effect of, oh, well, they'll probably help out the Raiders finally. Because, they got rid of Gruden and then they got rid of the racism, sexism, homophobe, the thought criminal, whatever. But then you didn't realize how much Mark Davis was actually against them and resisting it and what they had to do to force his hand.
Right.
And so then you kind of reversed on that. So maybe Fierce Raider 88, maybe he's still with that line of thought. I don't know.
I did reverse. I don't think the NFL is going to help the Raiders out at all. I think Bisaccia, he's done. After this year, I think we still have really good players, and I think we can make some upsets happen. And I do believe that the AFC is weak as hell right now. So I do think there's a path to the playoffs still.
Sorry, Tedford. With Bisaccia, it's a rudderless ship. We need Richie Incognito to shower with
Oh, my God, yeah. Incognito needs to get healthy, and he definitely doesn't need to coach because he's going to end up laying out a player.
I think that's a prison R joke.
All right,
I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, so anyways, okay, I'm just letting people know. Like, because people are already saying, "Oh, let's get rid of Carr," and whatever. Maybe Carr's not the future, right? But here's the thing: they're gonna start him. They're gonna start him unless he does really bad. I think 2 to 3 more times. Like they're only gonna bench Carr when we're completely knocked out of the playoffs. That, in my opinion, that's what the staff's gonna do because they're too afraid to do that. And I do think that Derek Carr still gives us an opportunity to win. I think he doesn't have any good receivers. I think he's choking. He's also choking. But we don't have receivers, bro. We don't have receivers. And if a receiver steps up, or if we catch a team slipping, we can stack some wins, and we still got a dope defense. Oh my God. Okay, so I'm not answering that last question. Diggs gonna pick Carr like a third grader's nose, which is a small nose, by the way. Third graders don't have that big of a nose. I would have went with a 60-year-old. By the way, Google JT Douglas.
Doing it now.
I'll jam your next event, bro, daddy.
Oh, he's a musician or something?
Oh, that'd be cool. By the way, are we slamming? I don't know. Does it look like we're slamming? Anyways,
Wait, slamming what? Red Bulls earlier. That's probably why
I think
you're
that means
sick.
having sex with each other. Anyways, though, so
obviously.
Look.
Oh, DJ, nice.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, Diggs is really good, and I wish we have Diggs, but I don't think he's automatically gonna pick off Carr. Now, did Carr throw a nasty interception to end the game? Hell yeah, he did. Did he screw up hardcore in that situation? Hell yeah, he did. But we're gelling with our receivers a little more. Deshaun Jackson has a few more reps. Yes, this Cowboys defense is good. It's, in my opinion, better than the Bengals defense. But anything could happen. It's Thursday. Let's catch him slipping. Let's see what happens. Carr sounds like he's checked out. So here's the thing, Fish Raider. How do you square that? How do you say Carr's checked out, but we're also going to go to the Super Bowl? You know, that's kind of contradictory.
Yeah, those things don't add up. Those two statements.
Thank you, JT Douglas, though, for supporting us.
Hell yeah,
super
dude.
helps. And you know what? We are slamming. So we'll answer your super.
Oh yeah, we slam all the time,
okay.
man.
Any news on Morrow? I heard Morrow could come back soon. I heard that, but I don't know how soon.
Yeah, you need to slam that COVID shot.
Look,
we actually are vaccinated.
I don't have to tell anybody my vaccination status.
All right.
I'm not Aaron Rodgers.
I know, right?
Anyways, I think I just have a cold. I will be going live Thursday for 420 Football Talk. This will be the only live I do of the week. Actually, I might not even go live Thursday because the game's on Thursday. I totally forgot. So.
Okay, did you ever really flesh out this topic, though, of, like, the people who keep saying start Mariota instead?
Okay.
They understand that benching Carr. Do they understand the stakes of, like, benching Carr and the gravity of that situation? I'm sure they do. I'm not trying to be condescending, but why don't you talk about that?
We talked about this a little earlier.
Also, when your offense is designed around Derek Carr in the passing game. I'm just saying, like, just switching it up mid-season. I know people think, like, well, what else? We should just try it at least because we don't have anything to lose. But I don't know. I think even with Derek Carr in his current state, I still think we have a better chance of winning the game with Derek Carr starting instead of Mariota. All right.
Freaking cat's attacking my cords that can really help.
I'll get her.
Help this
yeah.
Freaking live stream come together. Anyways.
We're all good. Stay as positive as you are with the Raiders with your live stream.
So, anyways, look.
Yeah, a booster.
Look, do I think Mariota? Here's my main point. We have a bad O-line. We have bad receivers. Carr needs both of those things to happen to be a good QB, similar to QBs like Phillip Rivers. You know, I hate to put him in that category. Similar to Drew Brees. You know, great QBs, elite Hall of Fame QBs, similar to Brady. You know, Carr's a pocket passer. He needs those things to happen. Now, when you don't have those things, will a QB like Mariota make you look better? Yes, he will make you look better. Will he maybe even, make some more plays? Probably. He probably will. Will he be sustainable for a 17-game season? No, he will not. He will not. Will he be able to be a good pocket passer when you do have a good O-line and good receivers? Historically, no. So here's the thing. we have a bad roster. Carr's not playing well. He needs it in order to play well. Mariota would make it look better, but the coaching staff and the owners are never going to have the balls, and they're never going to get rid of Carr. They're never going to bench Carr unless we are mathematically knocked from the playoffs. Because, like we were just saying earlier, if you bench Mariota, there's no going back.
Bench Carr.
Or if you bench Carr, there's no going back. You cannot bench Carr and then Mariota gets hurt and then just go and put Carr back in and say, "Oh, my bad, bro."
Yeah, awkward.
And you can't bench him and then Mariota sucks and then bring him back next year and say, "Oh, we'll finish out your 1 year left on this deal, even though we benched you the second half of the year." No, dude, there's no coming back from that. There's no coming back from that. And here's the thing: the best thing the Raiders should do in order to rebuild somewhat is to keep Carr for 1 more year and then draft a QB, let him sit behind Carr, similar to what the Chiefs did with Mahomes and Alex Smith. I mean, that's what they should do. And that's what they probably will do. Unless you can freaking trade and get some value for Carr, which do you think you can?
I don't know.
What other teams want Carr? Maybe. And here's the thing. If I'm Derek Carr and all these fans are talking shit on me, I don't know. He's such a nice guy. But in my mind, I'm thinking, well, shit, I want to go to a different team to prove all these freaking Raider fans wrong.
I feel bad for Carr. Honestly, the fact that he showed so much loyalty to the Raiders, like if he wasn't on the Raiders, he'd retire. Like the fact that he did that and really screwed his negotiating position, it just seems so like sort of naive and sentimental. And it's like, dude, anything could happen. Now look what happened. Reality just slapped you in the face. And now you're in a worse position, you know, in terms of like potentially ever going to another team. Are they going to ever think your heart's really into it, you know? Are you so naive or emotional that you can only be on one team? Like, you don't understand this is like a multi-billion-dollar business. You kind of have to have like icy nerves. You kind of have to be kind of cold. So that's unfortunate. I really like Carr, and I have like a kind of a sentimental attachment to Carr too, because he is such a nice guy and a good guy and all that. And I think a lot of us feel like that, and then we also like feel like, well, fuck him when he is too, like, you know, we call him a pussy. People go back and forth on Carr all the time. It's very like you know, manic depressive. It's very ambivalent. So I feel bad for him, but then at the same time, if he can't get it done, the fans are completely right that they have to move on. This team, they have to move on.
Well, you might have to move on. Just
they're going to do it out of necessity anyway, especially with the coaching staff.
Yeah, it depends on what the coaching staff. Gruden came in though and was cool with Carr, and Gruden's had so many opportunities to upgrade.
Yeah.
Not up. I mean, in my opinion, not upgrade, but try something else, and he hasn't taken those opportunities. So we'll see what a new coaching staff thinks. I mean, I don't know. Like, Carr is a good QB. This is from Carlos. It won't excel with the current Raiders organization currently. Maybe not. It maybe is just. It's just negative energy. You know, this guy's been here for so long. It's been shitty as hell. It's too much of a win now mode for Derek Carr that maybe the Raiders aren't going to be able to do next year. Now, there's an alternative world. What if we do a rebuild like how the Cowboys did with Mike McCarthy? Mike McCarthy came in after Jason Garrett was fired. He didn't change the roster that much. He just added to it. And like we just talked about earlier today, me and the Raid the Tape, the Raiders are going to have $24 million more in cap right next year because of all the dead money we're spending. We're paying Ruggs right now. We're paying Bowden. We're paying Rodney Hudson. People who are not on this team, we're paying them a lot of money. $24 million in dead money this year. So that means we can keep every single person on this roster right now, plus $24 million extra dollars next year. Would a coaching staff, if it's somebody like Mike McCarthy's regime and how they took over the Cowboys, would they want to say, "Hey, let's just roll one more year with Derek Carr and his $19 million contract. Let's load up, maybe draft a QB to sit behind him 1 year, and let's just go." That could totally be what happens. Jeff Garrison, my guy. I haven't seen him forever.
Jeff Garrison just saying they just need to give Mariota half the snaps in practice one day. That will snap him out of it.
So there was a rumor that Mariota split first-team reps with Carr. We've tried to confirm that. I mean, I can't confirm that, but there was that rumor. And I don't know who the exact source is. yes, maybe you can scare Carr, but I think Mariota just being there anyways is scaring Carr. That's why he's so frustrated.
Yeah.
I think he's so frustrated.
That ship sailed. Using Mariota to scare Carr, that ship sailed. We already went through that.
But here's another thing that people are saying. I think this goes to what Jeff's saying. Is Mariota, is Carr still scared of Mariota taking his spot? Because last year he was. Last year he pulled his groin and came back immediately.
Yeah.
Because he was like, hell no, I'm not letting this dude put up another performance like he did against the Chargers, right?
Yeah.
And now it's like, oh, I was an MVP candidate the first 5 weeks. I'm not really scared of this guy.
Yeah.
But now the second half of the season, we're looking bad, and now he's going to be scared of him again. If we do lose bad a couple times, yeah, why not? Maybe you test Mariota out because maybe he can be your bridge QB. He can be like your Teddy Bridgewater or your Taylor Heineke who comes in and is just a filler while you develop your younger QB. That's a possibility. But Derek Carr could also be a bridge QB too, based on how his contract is for 1 year. Well,
I think people just want to shake it up, see some fresh blood. Derek Carr just seems shook. I am sympathetic to people wanting to feeling really impatient, just wanting to start Mariota. I get it.
But what if Mariota doesn't do it? So what if we go do all this and then Mariota sucks, we burn a bridge with Carr?
Well, also, yes, as people have pointed out, a more mobile QB is more likely to get hurt, and then what are you going to do?
And he lost the game against the Chargers last year. He didn't win that game. People act like he won the game.
Yeah.
He lost the game.
You got a super chat.
Ismael Hernandez, what up, Willie boy? There's a new rumor that Waller and Carr ain't talking. Oh, man. I was thinking about this.
Wasn't that,
though? Let's let this audio play. Oh, it already ended.
Okay. Well, weren't you saying that came from, wasn't it like Docs who's at the game talking to Waller's family?
No, it's not that. No, it's not that. So what it is I watch all the games, and you know what I like to watch the most?
Yeah.
I like to watch sideline reactions. I watch what they're doing on the sideline almost more than I watch the plays of the game.
Yeah.
Because any little glimpse you could see into like the mood and what's going on, I think it's valuable.
Yeah.
And I just remember 2019 and 2020. Carr would throw a touchdown pass to Darren Waller, and they just freaking run and hug each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was all that stuff. I remember specifically in 2019, fans in the stadium at the LA Chargers stadium. Derek Carr rushes a touchdown. Darren Waller runs up. They freaking hug each other. They're stoked. They're celebrating.
Yeah.
And even in tough games when they're losing against the Chiefs 2019 week 2, they were still pumped up and celebrating, And Ismael Hernandez, I had the same feeling. Where I was watching the game and I was like, dude, I don't see Carr interacting with anybody on the sideline besides Nathan Peterman. Like, he's in his own QB clique. I don't see him going up. Like, he used to go and like do little pep speeches to everybody. I don't see him and Waller celebrating together. Obviously, there's not much to celebrate. You know what I mean? But I don't know. And then I saw this post by Waller, which I'll pop up for you guys. So here was what Waller did on Instagram today. He made this post, 26,000 likes. Picture of himself. Know your worth and stand on it. Hashtag Wall Street. Hashtag comeback stories. Now, his hashtags, he's just plugging his brands, but know your worth and stand on it. Now, this dude's getting paid $6 million a year. In my opinion, he's better than Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce's getting paid $15 million a year. This dude's not having a great year because this offense sucks. Not because he sucks. Yes, in the first 3 games, he dropped some passes. He's still a freaking dope player, and any team would be stoked to have this guy. So do I think they're, when I see stuff like this, when I see them not talking on the sideline, it's hard to not. And then look we're going to pay attention to this. We're going to lock in on this Thursday. What's Waller's relationship with his team? Because I don't think he wants to go through a rebuild either. So maybe he's not talking to Carr. Maybe he's just not happy with the team, though. Know your worth and stand on it. $6 million a year. Should have over double that.
Yeah.
Thanks for the super chat, Ishmael Hernandez.
So what, you think he's trying to move somewhere else or position himself for that?
Well, if I was Waller.
Hefe in the chat, by the way. Let's quote him on this. I want Waller so bad. I want Waller so bad. Not even a little homoerotic. He's better than Kelsey.
So
you admit that.
So people are
very interesting.
Okay.
The whole Kelsey Waller debate. Let's go.
I told you guys that Chiefs fans feel this way. I've been saying.
Yeah, they're
read
jealous.
the tape. Audrey out and about tonight. Ed Hage, what's up, bro?
Hell yeah, Ed coming through.
I told you guys that Chiefs fans felt this way. I told you they feel this way, bro. And wow, Hefe coming through. This is the first time that Hefe's come through with some facts. He never comes through with some facts.
Yeah, but it came at the expense of Carr. So in order for him to say that he loves Waller and wants Waller so bad, it has to be dissing Carr at the same time. Because does he have the honesty to just admit that Waller's great without dishing on some other player? No, he doesn't. Waller needs a good QB, Hawaiian Raider.
Yeah.
I don't know, though. So, okay, I don't know about this rumor, though, between them. Do you know anything about this?
I mean, I don't know anything. I'm just watching this game, and I'm just saying, I just don't see them communicating like they always do on the sideline. I don't even see Carr communicating with Greg Olsen on the sideline, to be completely honest. And I just don't like they don't look as happy. I
think they know how close Carr was to Gruden, or potentially still is. And I think the Soviet Stalinist woke shit, I think that it tore the team open, honestly. And you kind of saw something similar happen on a couple different squads after, Kaepernick and all that bullshit. So, yeah, everything woke turns to shit.
It reminds me of the Redskins game in 2017.
It just divides people against each other, fucks up their chemistry. That's my theory. I don't know if it's true.
I don't know about that. I don't
know if it's true, but based on, what... you were talking to Docs, like what he was saying when he was at the game in Vegas. Which game was that?
I don't know about that. That's unsubstantiated. I don't want to say that on the show.
All right,
I don't want to say that
we don't know. We don't know. But,
all right, so yeah.
But it's possible that it does have to do with, Gruden being now considered a divisive figure, yeah.
Who knows?
Who knows, though?
Gruden and Carr were always talking on the offense, was off the field. That's true. I don't see any of that happening. But I just want to see the celebrations. If we score, because it's so rare when we freaking score these days, let's see what Waller looks like. Is he celebrating with his guys? Does he look like he wants to be here? Because if he doesn't want to be here, and perhaps we rebuild anyways, a lot of teams that pay a lot of money for Waller.
I think it was Issues earlier who just said we have the talent, like we do. Accepting the Rugg situation and then not having our head coach anymore. But yeah, we have some great players. We have some elite players on our squad. And I think a lot of them, I think some of them want to dip, honestly. And I don't blame them.
Honestly, I think that's why a lot of coaches don't want to be here. I would dip out too.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's all fucked up.
Yeah.
It's all fucked up, but at the end of the day, I think we're going to win on Thursday. And I think we're not going to make the playoffs. I think we're not going to make the playoffs. We're going to narrowly miss the playoffs, just like last year, where it's 2 games left. We could still mathematically get in it, but we still get taken out. I think that's going to happen again. I hate to say
playoff tease,
and I hope that doesn't. But I really do think this game, specifically on Thursday, and I didn't think that before the Bengals game. Check out my lives. People are asking me, are we going to win? I go, look, I don't even say we're going to. I said I want to win. I wouldn't bet money on it. This game, I'm not going to bet money on it. Maybe I'll do it without telling you. But
wow, you really screwed the pooch there.
Maybe I'll do it without telling you.
I'll tell you in front of 200 people.
But in front of all these people, I will say it.
And you could watch the video.
I think we're going to win this game.
Hell yeah. Ishmael Hernandez rolling through again with another super chat. I also forgot, with that rumor, Waller told the Raiders organization that he will not come back if DC is still here.
All right, we need sources. We need links.
Sources.
We need sources. We need links.
I'm not necessarily doubting it, but we would need a source for that, man.
Yeah, we need
Hell yeah, Jerry White, new supporter. You're fucking awesome. Oh man, I can't swear. That's right. It's bad. I hope we win this depressing. Ed Hage. Yeah, I hope we win too. Willie seems pretty optimistic. I want to believe, like X-Files. I want to believe.
Hey, Ishmael, find that link, send it to us in the chat.
Yeah.
Because look, in the offseason, Darren Waller was all on Carr. He was saying he's the best QB. He's defending him on first take, lobbying for Carr amid criticism. You know, you got this going on. So we don't find any news about that yet. So I don't know. Find us that link, though. But appreciate all the
Raiders
support.
805. I'll bet you $500. Just a private bet. He's trying to.
Yeah, but I don't know how good. I mean, I'm good on that. I don't know how good you are.
Trying to make a band off WiFiWillie.
I don't know how good you are on it with the money. All right, but thank you.
He'll Venmo
Ishmael.
you. He'll Venmo you.
No, he won't. Once they win, he'll be like, "Oh, I was just playing." Or he's gonna delete his YouTube account. Hey, but I'm still here, and he'll be able to find me in my ass. All right, but anyways, though.
You just delete your account and start all over.
Thank you, Hernandez, dude. Send us the info because, look, I haven't heard any of this. I haven't seen any of this. I would be all over this, but I have seen Waller make cryptic messages about his income. Now, I have not seen any anti-DC stuff. I've seen him be kind of emotionless, during the games.
He has good agents.
No, he doesn't have good agents because they let him sign that deal in 2019, which had locked him in at $6 million.
But they didn't know what he was yet.
But Gruden knew.
Only Gruden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jerry White, bro, thank you for supporting the channel. Play a little track. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Honestly, yeah. Like, supporting the channel straight up this way, like, really helps us out a lot. You'll get archived to streams that I take off. I mean, I've freaking cried during a live stream before, and I'm not, go ahead and make fun of me, but the rug shit was intense. And
the rug shit was intense.
Dude, I've cried on a live stream before. You can honestly check that out if you're a member, because members have access to my members-only archives of previous live streams where I do shit like cry, maybe say something I shouldn't have said. So shout out to you, and obviously you get priority and all kinds of stuff. And
yeah, you could.
You're one of the troopers here.
You could have access to previous live streams, so you could compile a cancellation dossier on WiFiWillie in case he gets big.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Why not? Go ahead. Why not? Jeff Garrison.
He used the other F word. Yeah. like 15 times in one line.
No,
I know. I'm just kidding.
Actually, I might have. Anyways,
I think you did. Yeah.
Pay Waller. He loved Gruden, loves Carr, and Moreau. You know what, Jeff? I love your attitude, and I think it's right. You know what? Pay Waller. He deserves the money. Raiders are rebuilding since 2002. It sucks, but true. You know what I was thinking about? Why do we always want to hear from Rich Gannon, Charles Woodson, Tim Brown? We always want to hear from these players, like in the press and stuff.
Yeah.
It's because they're literally the players. That's the last time we were good. It's 2002 when those fools played.
Yeah.
That's why we always want to hear from them. And you're right, Jerry. Like, it has to stop. And unfortunately, I think no matter what happens, unless Carr, and this is why it's the biggest game of his career, unless he just goes absolutely insane. And honestly, if Carr just becomes the head coach, at this point, Carr just needs to be the head coach. And if he does pull this off, we're not going to rebuild. But most likely we're going to, no matter what.
I've always thought about Carr that he's really smart. He's an interesting player. He's smart. He's technically very adept. But he, especially ever since he broke his leg, I think he's so timid. He's so timid, and I feel bad for him, but then at the same time, I'm like, dude, what the hell? I'm not going to say something as hack as, like, man up or something, but, like, I don't know. Maybe have some dumb courage. Maybe just, like, drink some Jack Daniels before you go
I don't
out
think
there.
he drinks alcohol.
I know. Maybe that's why. Maybe people who've, like, messed around with substances a little more or partied a little more have some more dumb courage.
Look, I think Carr has a lot of courage. I think Carr, I think he's going to ultimately take care of himself first. You know what I mean? So he's not going to do anything stupid.
Yeah.
And he has made some stupid throws, but I think he protects his health too much.
Yeah.
I mean that's what you're really getting at. Like,
yeah,
he's not going to go in there and take a freaking crack head to head. Yeah, I heard that. I know. I sound gross. Whatever. I can't find this story, though, Carlos. I can't find this story. I'm looking for it on Las Vegas Review Journal. Link it in the chat if you have it. We'll talk about it. Peyton Manning was a head coach while quarterback. I think Carr could be the guy to do that. All right, JT supporting the channel with the trippiest super chat of the
Speaking
night.
of substance abuse.
JT, I know you're a musician, you're a DJ. Are you getting high right now? Are you high as hell? And I'm not talking about weed because I don't count that as high, okay?
A Coke scale, otherwise known as a scale.
Yeah. It doesn't have to just be for Coke.
I weigh
JT.
out cat food on my Coke scale.
Yo, I weigh out my food when I'm trying to break my diet, but what I end up doing is just weighing all my food and eating it all, actually, is what I end up doing. I don't actually...
He's trying to bust out jokes right now on the live stream.
All right. JT, I have no lips. And one thing that I do, and so here's how you guys can tell I'm having a panic attack on these lives. So whenever I'm having...
He goes like this. He grabs his hip.
I grab my hip, and I also do this with my lips. I pierce them. So when I first saw this press conference and I was like loading all this stuff up to get ready on this live, I was loading it up like this. I was like, what's gonna happen with Derek?
Yeah, and it was just hella boring.
It was boring. Yeah, it was boring. All right, so 40 dead butterflies.
Well, he did send a super chat, so I guess we have to talk about this comment for a half an hour.
2 ounces. How much would that
Buckle
weigh?
up, everybody. We just lose everybody.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
But JT Douglas?
Yeah, I appreciate you, JT.
Yeah.
So Waller,
thanks for the support, dude.
That is true, Jeff Garrison. Waller did switch agents. That is huge news, and I totally forgot about that. Jeff bringing up the real shit. Yeah, Waller did switch agents. Like, straight up.
Because he knows his worth. He knows his worth. He's elite.
And then he posted that on his Instagram.
He's gone, man. He's going somewhere else.
He's going somewhere else, man. I think he's going to go somewhere else.
Hefe wants him. We know how badly Hefe wants him.
When did he get signed to that new agent? He posted on Instagram.
You don't get everything you want, Hefe. Not everything.
On Instagram, I saw him. It was like, oh, I'm now represented by this mother effer or whatever the hell. He didn't say it like that, obviously. Anyways, yeah, he switched agents, so he's probably looking for the bag. That's for sure. And then WiFiWillie's going to be weighing out his Thanksgiving food and going to eat it. Yeah, I am, bro. I'm not trying to get... I got to get ready for summertime. I got to lose weight for summer.
Yeah, well, you have over half a year.
Yeah, and I'm going to need more time than that, probably.
Jesus Christ.
All right. All right. Do you mind reading that one?
What? Oh, wait, which one? Oh, look at Carr last year on the sideline last year when we lost to KC. Now look at him as we lose. He's changed. All the season we lost heart. Yeah, I agree.
Bro, he looked confident when we lost to KC last year.
Yeah.
That's because he had already beaten him earlier in the year.
Beaten him, yeah.
But he was just staring off. Remember he did the whole, like...
Yeah. We're belaboring the point. Yeah. I agree, though. He's right. Jerry White, you're right. So where does Waller go then? I don't know. What do you think?
Oh, my God. Carlos.
Yeah, Chiefs are paying Mahomes $500 million. Can't afford Waller. Yeah, I don't think he's not going to the Chiefs.
The NFL's so fucked up.
Hefe wants him too, but that's not going to happen.
The NFL's so jacked up, they'll find a way. They'll have fucking Kelsey and Waller. And Hill.
Miserable.
And then they'll get OBJ.
And then they'll get Gruden as their head coach.
Yeah, Gruden's going to be the offensive coordinator. They'll have Reed and Gruden. All right. Hey, Fresno State, bro. Jay Kaner. Let's draft Jay Kaner in the second or third round.
I don't know. Jay Kaner's second half of the season was looking pretty whack.
Don't tell me the truth.
That UCLA game was lit, though.
I am getting pretty hungry, though.
Yeah.
I'm selling my Waller jersey ASAP. Hit up Abel for a jersey.
Wow, shout out to all the haters who've stayed in this chat and this live for so long. Man. Royce Skepgagny.
We can move beyond the rigging. We can move beyond the rigging. Royce, faders are just completely dysfunctional. Accept that. Ain't never gonna change.
Never gonna. He's
Who's
just
your
like
team?
He's like the sad voice inside every fan.
Let me guess. He's a Patriot / Bucks fan.
I think he's a Cowgirls fan or something. He's just in here and he's just hella bored, helping to monetize Raiders YouTubers. Thank you so much.
Right on, Kirk McDonald. You're 100% right on the money.
Yeah.
You're
Yes, and I agree. But we can't talk about Gruden anymore, man. Come on, dude.
Hey, he could demand a release. He can be upset, want to trade. And honestly, if they were smart, they'd restructure his contract and lock him into that. Make him the highest paid tight end right now. Because inflation's going up. Salary cap's going up. He's going to just keep getting more and more expensive. So lock him in right now is what I would do.
Yes, this inflation is bad for elite players looking for a solid deal. They're getting Carr money basically.
Hefe, KC Chiefs. We're talking a lot about Waller. I think Waller's coming to KC. All right, go Matt.
Yeah, no, but we're delusional.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. But me thinking that they're gonna win this Thursday is delusional. You're right. D-Jax does need more snaps.
Yeah.
Yo, Ponzo from Hawaii. How you doing?
It's not Ponzo, dude. You always mess up his name.
Oh, Pono.
Pono Z.
Well, then maybe I should just shut down.
Aloha.
Maybe I should just shut down my channel then, since I keep messing up.
Drama queen.
The NFL has turned us into realist and pessimist. The Raider Dude 30. That's true.
Yeah, we have to be way more adult and like realistic and kind of skeptical and cynical than old Hefe living out in dreamland. Man, he's got it good, huh? He does not have to be connected to reality at all. But no, we have to. We have to toughen up, and we have to realize, what's actually going on. Be sober about it.
I have a cold. I wish I was cool enough to have this be a drug issue, but it's not. I'm not that cool.
Yeah.
I just have a bad cold.
Yeah.
I'm with you, Victor. Raider Nation for life. Right on, Richard Kidd. Thank you for entertaining while I sit in my garage smoking bong hits. Go Raiders. You know what? I'm going to take a hit, and then we're going to close out the show. Yeah, you want to take some hits?
Yeah, let's
take some hits
hit.
and close out the show. Haha, you so right, Audrey. Okay, so Pono knows that I'm always screwing up the name.
Yes,
right?
you do.
Okay,
He's not dyslexic.
Hefe is telling me watch, and you'll see that freaking Waller's going to be on the Chiefs, apparently. I mean, come on. Yo, Hefe, if you're right, I'll freaking...
Honestly,
I'll send you this cup. I'll send you this cup in the mail.
Why? That's not a very good prize.
Why would I give him a good prize?
He'll send you 1 penny on Venmo.
I'll send you some of my DNA if you want to clone me. Okay. Anyways, though, trying to make a weird joke.
Looking for the bag, Jeff Garrison. Looking for the bag. Talking about Waller. I'm assuming
Waller's looking for the bag. Yeah. It's okay. I'm smoking too. Pono, not Ponzo.
He's not smoking at all. This is au naturel Willie. Cannot say people's names without butchering.
Yeah, I'm crazy right now, man.
My God. Sit down.
Okay, my bad.
Good show, guys. Have a good night. Oh, thanks, man. Raider Dude 30. Thanks for everyone for sticking around. You guys are awesome.
Great man, just subscribed.
Except for the trolls in here. But
I love my trolls.
Honestly,
I love my trolls.
Yeah, WiFiWillie loves his trolls, so shout out to the trolls. Oh, you just got a super chat. Hell yeah.
I think I want to see that the person with the voice is going to read it.
Don't see anything changing until we get good coaches. Exactly.
We don't have our head coach. We need a new one. And I want a young guy. I want a McVay guy.
It heartens me, though, to see so many fans just saying the obvious.
Yeah, let's just... Okay, I'm not going to talk about Gruden, but I am going to talk about how we don't have a head coach. That's why I trashed Basach.
Yes,
I trashed Basach because we don't have a coach.
Yeah.
And we don't have a coordinator. Greg Olson, that little grease ball, like freaking Graf was saying earlier, Moosehead, he don't got it, man.
He looks like an extra on Sons of Anarchy. I think he was saying that.
Yeah, he does. He looks sketch. Hell
hey,
yeah.
But if Gruden believed in him, then, it's just that Gruden's gone. So what is he going to do?
The champ, bro. Appreciate you.
All right, I'm going to hit it. But we're about to sign off soon, right?
I'm trying to build my muscle, the champ, so appreciate you.
The small hit. It's a little snappy snap.
I love that loophole, bro. Hire Jay Gruden, former Redskins head coach, and then Gruden can be his assistant. Hell yeah.
Jon Gruden can be the cowboy. Yeah.
Or make Deuce Gruden the head coach. I say let Deuce Gruden be the head coach.
Yeah, Mark Davis should just elevate him right now, and then Jon Gruden could just hang out on the sidelines and watch
here's the thing.
games.
Gruden resigned. He's not banned from the NFL. But I'll stop talking about Gruden because I shouldn't talk about the most important shit in the world. But all right, whatever, the fuck.
I'm just trying to be I don't know, dude. A lot of people are thinking that when you go off on Gruden, and I agree. But after a certain point, we got to move on. We got to move on.
I will never move on.
But it's important to move on and still admit what they did to us and be sober about that at the same time. That's what I'm emphasizing. That's my hope for everyone.
But here's the thing.
Don't be in denial about what they did to you guys and what they did to our team this season. Don't be in denial about it. Don't deny it.
I'm making regular coverage videos. I have regular videos that are not about Gruden. You guys see them on my channel all the time.
Yeah, you talk about other stuff too. I know. But I'm just saying. Constructive criticism, bro. You got it.
Whatever. I can't handle criticism. Anyways, thank you, though, the champ. Thank you, Tedford, for supporting. And thank you, A. Bloss, for supporting us.
Someone
Yeah.
sent 99 cents too.
I said the champ. He sent a
Hell
banana.
yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. So appreciate you guys for supporting us like that. Any chance Mariota has a player or two drawn up for him? Yo, I like that Vinny asked the question from it, man. They asked the question, and hopefully that puts some pressure on him. Because look, at least let him do the read option in the red zone. Because we can't score in the red zone still. And on third down, maybe put him in there. Because we can't convert a third down. So those are the two instances where I say, let's see some Mariota action. But let Carr slip. Because look, Carr can move the ball down the field. In the red zone, he chokes, though. He's been choking.
That is true.
Great show tonight, Carlos. Thank you, man. You make the show, too, man. All my members, shout out to all you guys. You guys really do help make this show because you guys are always giving us stuff to talk about, saying your opinion, which, honestly, I value a lot. I want to hear what Raider Nation thinks. I want to hear what you guys feel, what you guys think should change. So I'm just going to give a quick shout-out to all the members for this channel. I did try to have my credits happen, but it didn't work out. I tried to get some credits going, and it didn't work. Let's see. Joe,
just one.
It just says Jerry
bummer.
White. Oh, so it's all the members I gained in the session.
Oh, interesting. All right, well, do your thing.
So, okay, we'll get up to the super chat, and then we'll also we'll give a shout out to all the members right now. Jerry White, David Vereen, Chaz Edwards, Ty Levitt, Tedford Von Patriot, Jeff Garrison, Cuban Raider, Mike Castle, Carlos M, Chef B, Jesse Rodas, Noah Smith, Matt LeBrun, Donnie Gill, Old Mans, Raider Nation, Julia Smith, Arlen Howland, Ozzy Raider Aaron, and Neek. Thank you guys for supporting this channel and being a member, man. It really keeps this shit going for real.
Hell yeah.
For real. What's up with Graf? What do you mean what's up with Graf? Do you think Mariota splits rep with DC for this Thursday's game? I've been checking out Graphics Lives. Like he's just been saying, from my opinion, and I hope to go on his channel soon. I almost went on there today, but I already had this thing scheduled. My voice is all messed up. But from what I gather is Graf actually seems pretty okay with Derek Carr going to a different team. And but watch his channel, man. Watch his channel to get his perspective. I'm not going to go here and try to summarize his perspective. Obviously, check out his channel. It's awesome. I love the fact that he always has hella different Raiders YouTubers on there collaborating and friggin' talking about everything that's going on. He had a really good live after the game with Spotlight and Samoan Raider. It was 40 minutes. It's kind of brief. I really encourage you guys to watch that. I watched it at like 4 in the morning yesterday, and I had some fun. It was a really good conversation. I don't think Mariota's going to split reps, though, but like I said earlier, Ismail, I do think third down and red zone, why not? Raid the Tapes. This is Raid the Tape trolling. The season has gotten so jacked up that now Raid the Tape's trolling. And Raid the Tape's always hating on trolls and stuff like that. But now Raid the Tape's become the troll. So basically, I was on Raid the Tapes live earlier today. Good morning, nation. I was able to make it. Even though I didn't get to shower and stuff like that. By the way, I had a fake background of a fake house during Raid the Tapes live. And some people thought that was a real background, like I own a fucking piano. I don't own a piano, okay? I am not rich. This is a green screen, everybody. So I had a little ritzy background, and somebody was like, wow, Wi-Fi, you must have some cash.
Yeah.
Trust me.
So feel free to still super chat us. We're not rich.
I live in a 1-bedroom apartment. Okay, so anyways, start Marriott Thursday. You know Raid the Tape's capping, but I think what Raid the Tape really means is like, from what I gathered from our talk earlier, and you guys should check it out on his channel, Good Morning Raider Nation. I believe it's a 2-hour-long thing. I come in about an hour in. And basically what we were saying is like, or what he was saying, and look, I'm 50-50 on everything. But what he was saying is, if Raider Nation wants him gone, then just fuck it. Just fuck it and send him away and start. If Raider Nation really wants Mariota, let them see what this Mariota shit really is. That's basically what I feel like he was saying too. But like I said, same thing with graphics, same thing with Raid the Tape.
Bye, Rob.
Go watch them. Go watch them and see how they say it. I don't want to try to paraphrase them. But anyways, my perspective on it. Look, if things start, reality is that Carr plays no matter what. My personal opinion: if shit's going down the fan and we don't have a shot, give Mariota a shot just to see if he can be a bridge QB, which is a cheaper alternative to Carr. If we're going to rebuild anyways and bring in a whole new coaching staff. So hopefully we're already talking to other coaches and all kinds of stuff. So we had some laughter earlier. Was that the mini mansion that we were talking about?
I don't think Carr's going anywhere either, OG. Fade. I think he's playing out the rest of the season.
Oh, he's definitely playing out the rest of the season. But I'm talking about for the offseason. Are we going to trade him?
Yeah.
Gruden bros have a contentious relationship, according to Jay Gruden. Oh, yeah, they do. They don't exactly get along. The little brother can never be as good as the big brother at the craft. But appreciate you, Jeff. Let him play. 303 Raider, what's up? All right, so we're dwindling down. I need to make sure my throat is good for Thursday in case I do something.
Well, we have a Wednesday stand-up show also. So.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah.
Check me out at Club Mint. Or I'm not going to, I don't think, no,
whatever.
I'm not gonna, yeah.
You already said it.
All right, thank you guys. Have a good one. Oh,
Thanks,
Jeff
guys.
Garrison, really appreciate it.
Aw, he's sweet.
We tried to match. No, I'm just kidding. We didn't.
Yeah, not really. We just end up doing it on accident.
Gordon9 just subscribed. Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, you guys are awesome.
You guys are awesome. Shout out to Ray the Tape. Little bro Derek Carr is better than David, bro. That is the one time when the younger one surpasses the senior. That is true. Derek is way better than David. But yo, David just didn't have any receivers. David just didn't have an O-line. Uh-oh, here we go. No, I'm just kidding. All right, anyways, thank you guys. Have a good one. Peace out, y'all.
Bye.